Rock your body. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello, beautiful people and the ugly ones too. Hope you're all feeling good, feeling funky, and feeling fresh. And welcome to episode 264 of what we like to call here the Receipts Podcast.
Yes.
I'm excited today.
I'm so gassed.
I'm excited. We've got a guest.
Gassed.
We've done like a guest swap sort of thing. In fact, before I get into that, can you see my excitement? I'm getting ahead of myself. It's your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
We have some amazing guests in the building.
We sure do.
We've been on their pod, now they're on our pod. A swap for a swap, a pod for a pod.
Yes.
It's the D-Pit girls! D-Pit, I'm talking about Adeola and Mariam Musa. Hello, and welcome to the Receipts Podcast. How are we all doing?
Good.
We've been chatting before we got here, and we were talking about, Adeola mentioned an invention she wished happened during childbirth, which is a clamp that just kind of opens up your vagina so the baby has more space just to be pulled out. And it's 2025, I don't see why not.
Get on it, man.
Because you have it when you go get your thingy test, cervical.
That's
cervical.
Actually, because when you said it, I was really deep in it.
It could be.
Hey. She's here all night, girls. She's here all night.
I was really deep. I was like, why don't they do that? Yeah. But they do say that as well. You should, because a lot of women tear, especially with their first baby. Yeah. So they tear their anal rectum. You can get tears in that. So they say that you're supposed to like massage it. So like your partner should massage your bum.
Is that the whole of the
bum?
bum?
Yeah.
So it tears from there?
Yeah, it tears from there. Yeah, and a lot of women, especially your first baby, you will tear from there. And so you should like get your partner to massage it.
So when you say it tears from there, do you mean like the pussy hole? And then there's a bum hole. And then there's like the line where there's nothing there.
That bit
it tears all the way down to the bum. That's insane.
Yeah, it tears, yeah.
Yeah, but I tore a little bit.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
But there's nothing actually there.
Skin, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's tears. I feel like mine's too far from each other.
Yeah, but that's
how wide.
That's how wide the rip is.
That's
exactly. Remember, a whole child is coming out of that small,
the head,
tight
the shoulders,
area.
everything.
It's the shoulders that I think must be the worst.
Once the shoulders is done,
and I know my love. I'll have some broad rugby player kids. If you don't slim down your shoulder because come out of my vagina. So, but also on that note, go get your cervical screening done, girls.
Yeah, do it.
Make sure you go get it. To be fair, I'm probably due one. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I had one recently. I just think it's like, because I remember I was quite young when I had the first one, and it's just because my GP was like, this is when the NHS was more lit, and she was just like, oh, you should just go get one, and she just sent me to have one. Like I wasn't 25, I was younger. I was like maybe 21.
Honestly, every time I do one, I think, God bless Jed Goody.
Yeah,
like what a legacy! Like what a legacy to leave behind. Because it was after she got thinking that it became, that's when it became a thing. And like what a legacy to leave behind that we go get checked now because of that. Because before that, it wasn't. We didn't get checked. There wasn't no mandatory checking.
It wasn't a thing like
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So holds out her and her legacy.
Yeah, because it's after 25, isn't it? They say you should do it.
First one.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
every
your first
5 years after that. But now I don't know if it's like, is it less now? Is it like every 3?
I don't know, but I actually haven't done it in a
Just
while.
when the letters come through.
It's when they put that thing in almost like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, they're like,
it's so cold. Yeah,
you might feel a bit of discomfort. And you're
a bit. And then it's in, and then she widens it open. And
you can feel the clamp still in there.
And when you can hear it going,
yes. And it's like, honey, please.
I know.
This is not where we planned to start.
I know, this is my love hole. Be careful with my love hole.
But girls, how have you been? How's life? How was summer? How's the year been for you?
Good. I don't feel like I was saying, doesn't really feel like it's been a summer to remember for this year. Like, it's been a summer, but nothing.
Just been home about.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like this year's been all right. I don't think it's going to be a memorable year for me. I'm happy for it.
Skip past it. We can go past this year speedily. I was talking to friends the other day because at the beginning of the year, we'd done a whole, like, we all sat down together, what we wanted to do and blah, 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 blah. And girl, I was like, well, hey, we're alive.
Oh, you did.
We made it.
We lived. And sometimes that's actually enough.
Yeah,
That's
enough.
enough to know that you lived. You lived, you survived, and you were here to see October. So,
it's the first of October as well.
Love it.
Coming in.
Pinch punch in that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just before you guys came, we were on I was on Madam Joyce's page, and you guys are in a music video and you're rapping.
Yeah.
Mariam, do you rap as well?
Yeah.
Listen, I
didn't
don't
get to that part of the video.
I don't.
She was first.
You're just a video girl.
No, she was rapping.
I
too.
rapped too,
Why do you keep
I just got
downplaying it because I feel like my tone of voice gives nursery rhyme. So I feel like I sound like my part is a little jingle. Like
but it's a nice little. Everyone had a little twist to it. So your bit had a whole other vibe.
But Adeola, you were spitting though.
But I was saying to her, Adeola was an artist.
Why does the thing is
But you were
I
like
keep remembering
I was
this.
like,
I did a music
You had a song
video.
with your brother, right? Yeah. I did my research. Yeah,
So
Adeola was
I
an
have
artist.
been in the studio before.
Yeah. Was that an actual career that you was trying to be like, I want to be a rapper?
No, I wasn't actually trying to be a rapper. So my brother wanted to do music.
Yeah.
And he hadn't really been on socials before. So he was a bit like, he felt like he couldn't do it. And he was like, oh, but sis, can you do it with me? And I just thought, okay, yeah.
Oh my God, you're such a good sister.
Yeah, I didn't think much of it until they started dragging me on tour. And I was like,
I don't
understand that.
There's a bit of girl tries.
Right. But the second song wasn't really that great. So.
But you got flow. Like you got good flow. Like I feel like you know how to make words.
I think if I really was to like practice and have someone coach me and give me the part, the look, the everything, I should probably be able to be a
but it'll be a waste of time in this country though, because female rappers,
it's
hard.
Who's really like done it big that we know from the UK?
Steph London.
Steph London is the biggest to think
Miss
about.
Banks.
Banks and Steph London are the biggest to think about.
But then
and even them, it hasn't. In terms of what the Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj's, the JT's are doing, like it's just not.
Even think of Ed Sheeran is so big, and he's like UK as well. So like Adele's like another, but in the rap game.
Do you think maybe they should just like start doing what the American girls are doing and start beefing?
Start fighting. They might have to.
Like maybe even if it's fake, just start beefing, man.
Too nice.
There have been a couple of iconic UK girly rap beefs.
Who?
So there was Trillery Banks and Nole. That was bad. They were proper going. They were going quite heavy. You're like, who?
No. Don't put words in my mouth before they start saying something to you. I don't know. I don't know rap.
I'm not familiar.
They were, and then Trillery Banks and Lady Leisha.
Oh no, well. Lady Leisha.
They had.
I remember brush your teeth.
That was bad. Yeah. And then Lady Leisha had beef with someone else. Oh, and she had beef with what's our good friend, our good sis that had a fight with Tennessee.
Okay,
Katie. Oh my God, didn't they used to go out and then that's brought the beef up? Am I making this up?
Yeah, well, the streets said that she outed her sexuality or something, and that's where it all kicked off. But that beef was quite epic.
I feel like I remember that, but I didn't really know the scopes of it.
So we've had some, and then who was Steph London beefing recently?
I don't know actually.
Oh no, I don't think she had beef with anyone.
Who first have fake beef with someone? Who would you have fake beef with just to like boost up the popularity?
In the UK?
Yeah. Boost up a little bit, innit? Just for fun.
That's also a rapper.
Like we both know we're not beefing really, but we both know we're doing this to be like,
as an artist or just as
people? Content creator, podcaster, whatever.
Ooh. It needs to be strategic.
We know we're not beefing.
It has to be juicy where people are invested.
Yes, exactly.
And it has to be someone that will play the part.
I do Madam Joyce.
Oh, Joyce will do it.
She'll play the part. And we just know. And then we sit together, we kick it. Falling for it.
Yeah. That's true.
But just know we're actually not beefing.
No, 100% that would eat. Who would I beef?
Who would you be?
Yeah.
Let me give you someone to beef.
I don't know. Not that I have ops in this space, but. The only person I could think of, but it doesn't even really make sense because everyone knows that's like my good friend. I was going to say Nadia. We can go.
You can do a young Zizi.
Yeah, but that's good when it's friends as well. Zizi be good.
Yeah. Commentary for commentary.
And Zizi won't
you'll be
stop
going
back. Yeah. I think that's a really good one. Yeah.
I think the girl should stop. But the thing is, you can't. UK beef doesn't work because I'll see you in Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Like it's too small.
Yeah.
But I think it could work.
It's too small, no?
But I think America's obviously big, but they are still at the same events.
I don't know. I think we're too small.
Do you know what it is? I don't think it's even a size thing. I think we just are still
too prestige.
We're still climatizing to having this space. And so people are still very sensitive.
Because the podcasts have beef. They really be talking on the pods like the Joe Buddens and that.
I love it.
Even when we're talking about art and culture, we're still very much like,
exactly.
Respect.
Even the boys that try and do it. So there's a couple of like cultural commentators like in the rap space, and they're always like, oh, and like the rappers and stuff like that would be like, oh no, this is not what we do. We don't snitch. We don't talk. But I like it because it keeps me privy to what's happening in the streets.
Yeah. No, but the biggest is like Stormzy and Chip though. That was the biggest. I want to know the timeline. If any of you want to talk. I want to know the timeline from when we're making music in the park to I'm showing up to your yard.
I were big Stormzy.
Like for Storm, I have a lot less to lose than Stormzy.
Yeah.
And I won't show up to your house because I'm like, oh, it's long. Because by the time I do this, deals will be this. But do you know that the venom and anger you have to be like, no, come to your yard.
Yeah.
Like, actually, don't care anymore. I'm coming to your house. Like, that is, I hate you.
I wish
it's a level.
That is where beef.
Like with men though, I think it's like a different motivation for them because like I feel like they've got something to prove. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get these Brit Awards and don't get this like Glastonbury and don't get these deals twisted. Like I'm still that guy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll still pull up. I feel like that's the message. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like the motivation might be different, but that is he weren't playing no games that day.
But speaking of beef, I want to speak about the Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj. Audrey was updating me. I haven't seen the
I don't get
break it down
it's
for us.
Bad. It's actually quite bad, and that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it as well because I was just like, how low is too low when you're flogging someone, and especially when they're not doing it in the studio, they're doing it on socials. So basically, obviously, Cardi's album's been released, and the whole thing was the numbers. Because I feel like obviously we know that Cardi and Nicki have got like this long-standing beef or whatever, but now it's down. It's like down to the numbers now. So Cardi's album sold really well. It sold 200,000 copies, which is actually really good like, for this day and age, and something like 88,000 hard copies. But Pink Friday is still reign supreme. Pink Friday sold more. I think Nicki sold 228,000 copies.
That's the most recent Pink Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
228,000 copies and like 96,000 hard copies. But the problem is that Cardi had come out on Twitter Spaces basically saying she was going to outsell Nicki. Like she never said Nicki's name, but she said I'm going to outsell, and we all know who her direct ops is. So now all the fans, the Barbs and the Bardi gang are kind of going back and forth, and they're doing up like Cardi sold more and blah blah blah. So then I
wish my life was that easy that I can carry an artist on my head. That's what I'm fighting for.
Imagine
having nothing else, no other care in the world.
But they're really going in. Like they are really going in. Both sides of the coin are really riding for their person.
Yes.
Yeah, they have stands. And so Nicki's come out now. And basically like gloating on Twitter like, haha, bitch, you tried kind of thing. Yeah. You didn't meet.
I think the real question is not how far is too far, how old is too old?
Yeah.
We must at a certain, I don't like to age out things, but at a certain age, I cannot be on the internet saying, ha.
Yeah. Because we've had this conversation before, like how I can't physically imagine myself go on a live, going back and forth with someone, or going on Twitter. You know, the odd clapback, do you know what I mean? Someone gets you on the right day, you know what I mean? But having an audience like that to instigate it, make it worse and rile it up, I think I can just call you.
I know. It's my
like, so I don't get it. So it's the age thing I get, what you mean?
I don't understand why they haven't talked. I feel like they did have a conversation years ago when that whole, was it the Met Gala thing?
Yeah.
They did have a conversation and it just seemed to have spiraled. But I feel like Nicki is convinced that Cardi is an industry plant who's been put here to destroy her and to steal her crown and all of this stuff. But then anyway, it started getting really ugly, and now they're talking about each other's wombs, and Nicki's talking about, oh, this is your fourth baby and you let niggas nut in you and blah, blah, blah. And
I mean, that is how it works.
And saying
they must nut in you for the kids.
And then saying all these STIs and she ain't shit and blah, blah, blah. And then Cardi's clapping back saying, oh yeah, you wish you could have as many kids as me. We know that you went to a fertility doctor because your ex was so scrambled from all the cocaine.
Oh, I saw that.
This is what I'm saying. I'm just like,
that actually went through me.
Exactly. Like it's dark. The things.
Because I remember, do you remember Real Housewives when they were going at Kenya to be like, when what's her face?
Phaedra.
No, you're the expert here. When Phaedra was going at Kenya back there, and that's why you had to go to get your womb babe. I was like, that is low.
That is low.
I thought that was the lowest cuss I've ever heard.
I think anything where it's like, I think that like going back and forth naturally, it does get to a point where it's like we're adults.
Yeah.
Online doesn't make it better, and I think what makes it worse is other people are making the situation worse, and you're letting other people know. Like, you guys are stars. We have no access to you like that, really. So why letting us in on your mess? Because all of this stuff is just like, it makes them less how to explain
Prestige.
it.
Yeah.
But do you think that's part of the rap?
Yeah, it's
culture?
Yes.
Even when Nicki first said something, wasn't she promoting her next album?
Yeah, she dropped her new album date.
So do you think it's still like a bit strategic as well?
100%. She knows what she's doing because she announced the release of her new album the day that Cardi's numbers dropped. So obviously that is definitely strategic. But the thing is, I don't even necessarily have an issue with what they're saying. I wish that they were doing it in a studio. I think that's what legitimizes it a little bit more. Obviously,
as
it's
in
dark.
rap
like,
battles.
Yeah,
as in
if
like,
they were like actually in the studio and releasing diss tracks like what Drake and Kendrick did, then I think that's what separates it from like women gossiping.
Yeah, they should have said it all
Otherwise
in their
it feels
bars.
like, you girlies are just fighting online. Like, take it to the studio kind of thing. I feel like if it was on beats, then it would make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it would be like, not.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So how would you say your vagina is fired from coke on beat?
There would be a good
That would be a good way to find ass pussy.
They were kind of trying because Nicki was like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You got surgery to look like me, still ugly. Yeah. And then she's still like shading like Rock Nation because she's got a mad like bone of contention with Rock Nation and all of that. So she was multitasking. But yeah, it was really dark. It was really.
If I was a rapper, I would like to be like that.
Like go hard like that.
Hard.
Like just if you at me, Adeola's gonna come and then
Yeah.
Will you say it in a song or will you say it on Twitter? Like
both.
Right.
I think it's just part of the whole package a little bit.
Yes,
I
like bad
think that's what the
girl.
UK lacks. I think the UK's girls need to be more like savage.
Yeah, because it's still a little bit polite, isn't
Yeah,
it?
too polite.
Yeah, it's still a bit polite.
But I don't think the audience can handle it though. I think the American crowd is so much different
We
to
need
us.
to stop having UK audience.
Yeah, that's
the
what I
UK
mean.
go to
the UK
where
audience is actually not enough.
right. The
Yeah.
UK audience will follow.
Yeah.
And I feel like no one has stands like that are gonna ride for you.
Yeah.
We had one stand, but we don't know where the hell she's gone.
I really hope she's okay. No, it's not even funny.
I have one stand I know by name.
Yeah.
I genuinely hope she's okay. Like, I've not heard from her.
Have you tried reaching out?
Well, the only way that we could contact her disappeared because basically, we don't know that she's a she. We don't know anything. We just know that she was a Receipts podcast stan. She like literally made fan pages. She was like, they were #1 commenter on all of our stuff, reposting stuff, like making edits and like really, really dope cool stuff as well. We were like, we need to hire this person. Like they're amazing. And then one day,
Just vanish.
Just
vanish.
Is the page
I think
gone?
we said something.
Maybe
I
we
think
offended
pissed
them.
off.
I can't support them anymore.
It was actually mad because like the love was so real, and then
we
it was
did
just
something.
Just
gone.
gone.
Just like
Yeah.
one day we were just like, oh my god.
But also, like, I love the love and whatever, and the critique comes with it or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, you don't pay for this, shut up.
Yeah. No, it's actually true. We're too like, what's the word?
Restricted.
Spoiled.
Oh.
No, I think the audience is spoiled to be like, okay, I want it like this. I want it like this. But like, buddy, you get what someone can give, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
And I also, they shouldn't be listening to Agree all the time.
That
Like
part.
sometimes you might think, not with it
Yeah.
today.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then next it's like, okay.
Yeah. What I always find
have different
amusing
perspectives.
is when people are like, oh, I'm surprised she thinks that. Why are you surprised? Where do you know me from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like you don't know me.
Why are you surprised?
And I feel like they hold you so high. And you just think, I don't know you. Like I don't know you.
I don't hold me high because I'm in the gutter. Like,
I'm no different
I'm trying to
from
survive, honestly.
Right.
And it's the grace, like, you're like, you love this person, but you don't give them the grace. I'm no better than you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm no better than you. Whatever mad views you have, I might have them too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a really, really weird one. But I don't know. I do think facilitating kids when it comes to be going back to your question is a bit too far.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't.
What's the equivalent to men?
Because I think men do talk about kids as
Kids,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
they
you,
do.
Yeah. But
If
I
you
thought,
imply something like that, that's like, whoa, you're taking too far.
Because I remember one time there was some rap battle when rap battle beef gets very dark and ugly.
have I told you that
do you
was
remember that?
No. That was my life. I used to
watch rap battles.
I'm not even joking. Every Saturday morning, I would go
Where?
on YouTube.
Oh, just
they
type
have
in.
it.
What was
battle
the
shows
page
and
called
shit.
again? I'm like, I used to know who was versus who.
Damn.
I was deep into rap battle culture.
Your clapbacks must be good then.
No, but I just used to find it. So, like, I love the end. I was like, this
I
is
do
raw.
like it. Like,
the
is it a
energy.
cipher?
Yeah, ciphers.
I like when they're going
When
back
they're
and forth. Yeah.
Because you guys remember that you might be too young, all of you actually.
Maybe
No,
not.
tell us.
But there used to be a show on MTV called Your Mama.
Yes.
They used to cuss each other out.
it?
Your
that,
mama.
That show, it was just literally people cussing each other.
Oh, is that where your mama came from?
Yeah, well, I think it probably existed before then,
yeah.
but
But
the show
then
was
it-
birthed on the back of
oh,
like
okay,
Your Mama
cool.
jokes. But literally, people would just stand in front of each other and just be like, "Oh, your mama's so ugly," blah blah blah. No, your mama's so like literally
We used
go
to
back
do
and
that in
forth.
school.
And the person who had the best jokes would win.
Yeah.
Mad.
No, the your mama joke. And the thing is, do you remember in school there was always that one kid, right? That as soon as you said your mama, they'll start fighting.
Yeah, it's such a violation.
Your mum.
Sir, calms down.
As soon as she said, your mum, that your mum thing used to make them
It's a
want to
trigger.
kill.
I don't know why that was so
It's such a
offensive. I mean, I
boy
get
thing,
it.
though.
It was a boy thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
girls didn't
Yeah.
really care.
It's not, but it's not.
He's not been talking about what?
Yeah.
My mum.
You just want to fight. Like,
Shut
shut
up.
up. Yeah,
Like-
yeah, like, calm down.
And also the insult didn't even land. I just said your mum.
Yeah. You don't even know what I was going to say, babe.
Yeah, exactly. Your mum's so amazing.
That joke, man. Shit. Always that side. It always in set 8 as well. It's just like relax, man.
Yeah.
So this set 8 kids, you get offended about your mum
Yeah,
jokes.
they used to
Like,
get mad.
Rel-
But now
relax.
we know that those kids probably were like, had ADHD and stuff.
yeah, all done.
They would get mad though. They'd get big mad and start throwing things.
But the person who should be beefing Cardi at the moment is JT.
Yeah.
Why?
They all ignored her.
JT did chime in though. She
JT
started
should
playing
beef
Pink
her.
Friday. Like she filmed herself listening to Pink Friday.
And they all ignored her.
Yeah, I don't think she was really like in it like that. But she's chiming
Because what Cardi B said about JT on that album.
What did Cardi say? Oh, about her husband, her man or
she
something.
said about her man?
What
and
did
then
she say
said
about her man?
Something about JT's pegging him.
What is that?
Oh, and then he
Put the
makes her
dildo.
get
Put the
abortions
dildo,
as well.
yeah. to get
Oh,
abortions.
because of little Uzer?
Right.
Uver. Yeah, that one.
Little Zuka. yeah,
Him, that guy.
That
Yeah,
guy.
that guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Makes
then
sense.
also that her mum didn't want her. Brenda asked baby. That?
Not Brenda.
You cannot say my mum didn't want me. Because I do think there's a bit of a story behind
Yeah, I think
JT and her
she's
mum. I
talked
think
about
she's
it,
got
yeah.
like a
Is
funny
it?
relationship with them too. And then
Damn, that's
you're now
dark.
saying in a song.
But
Are
with
you
rap,
right?
nothing goes.
Yeah,
Everything
everything
goes.
goes, I think.
Yeah.
so.
If you're ready to step into the beef,
Yeah,
get ready.
it's like they're equivalent to like boxing, like or physical fight. Like lyrically, we're going to someone's gonna die. So
Man,
Yeah, well,
I
I
kill
don't
you with
know.
my
Yeah.
words. Yeah, that's pretty dark.
I don't know. Speaking of JT, her counterpart, Young Miami.
That bird.
what has she been doing lately?
What's happening
Well,
now?
she's been,
Guys, you guys are really filling me in the tea. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm like,
good.
what?
Oh, okay, great. She is currently vouching for Mr. P. Diddy.
But Diddy, I saw that she wrote a
She
letter
wrote a
to
letter.
the
Wait,
judge.
As in,
GPT,
she
the
wrote
whole
a letter
letter.
to the
That
judge.
letter was ChatGPT.
100%.
Basically vouching that he's a good man to like help the judges, what's it called, verdict.
Yeah,
Verdict,
she
yeah.
is a bird.
One of the, I wanted to just say some lines that really stood out for me. One of the most meaningful memories was when he took me to my first Met Gala. What the fuck has that got to do?
Really, what the man has done.
Exactly my first Met Gala.
The judge is thinking, oh my god,
Oh
I'm
my
so
God, that's
moved.
such a nice man. He took
I
her.
understand why he was punching up
Yeah,
Cassie in
exactly.
the corridor because he took
Because
you
he
to the
took
Met.
you to the first Met
He
Gala.
took Cassie and then beat the shit out of her after as well, by the way. So it's
Yeah,
just-
so there's that. She ends it with like, Judge, ...
He's a good man.
That's a good man.
No, that letter
No,
was definitely
but Carisha's not a serious person.
No, she
Like,
cannot be.
everything she does, even just he's a good man.
He's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's getting something back from it though. That's
course
why
she
she's
is.
doing it.
That's why she never
Yeah.
spoke up though about the
Yeah.
whole thing. She's still
Yeah.
heavily with this man.
Oh yeah,
100%.
yeah.
She's
Well,
the
he's
life.
riding
It's got
with
to
this
be.
man.
It's got
Yeah.
to be the lifestyle. There must be something that amazing or some sort of.
I think he
deep-
was
I don't know.
actually good to her.
It's the lifestyle.
So because he was good to her,
she's seeing.
yeah, I think
Okay, so can we talk about that? This idea that like,
if a man's good to you,
not even just a man, just a person, right? Which, because I get it. Sometimes it's like, someone can be like, oh, I hate that girl, I hate that guy. You're like, actually, they've never done anything wrong to me. But are there certain wrongs that they do to someone else that regardless if they did that to you, that's too wrong?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
for
agree.
example, like, he might have been a good man to you, but watching that video of him doing that to Cassie, be like, no, that's too bad for me to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
never hit me.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sounds
yeah, yeah.
mad.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, and even if it was like just, there was one incident of like domestic violence or whatever, that is mad. Do you know what I mean? Like that should be big enough for you to like want to disassociate yourself from this person. And not only is she not disassociating, she's actually vouching for him. I feel like if she said nothing, she's still raggedy for that. But the
Yeah.
fact that she is actually vouching for him is very scary to me.
I think she's trying to save her back in case he does come out.
100%.
So if he does come out, she's like, okay,
I was the loyal one.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to bank on being the loyal one. And I also think, like, she's a city girl and I think she's committed to that life. I think, remember, Diddy's still going to be a billionaire when he comes out. Do you know what I mean? So she's just in it for the long run. Like, if you're going to commit to the city girl life, like, she wants that bag. Like, I'm not convinced she's madly in love with him or anything. I think she wants to be the one that still stood standing, and so she wants to be able to reap all the benefits when it comes out. Because let's have it straight. What is she really doing with herself? That is generating the kind of money that Diddy can put in her pocket. She's not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? She's not doing anything like that. And now that she's done this, your core audience are black women. Are you dumb?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I think it's because we all believe that all black women have this train of thought that we have. Many black women are saying Diddy didn't do anything. Like, they're on his side. They're I mean, black women are still rooting for R. Kelly. Like, as in, like, we all think that every black woman has this kind of morality that we have, but a lot of them don't, and they get this idea that, like, is he treating you good? He's fine to me. Like, many black women in a normal day date men who are abusers. Do you know what I mean? They have kids with men who are in jail, who have been accused of this. It's like, some of them, these men have abused their children, and they're still with these men, right? So then to now be like, oh, but not Miami. Miami, who once said pussy pink breast cancer.
Yeah, mad.
I hate that line so much.
It's so dumb. Like, whoever
Pussy
wrote that,
pink
please.
Breast cancer. You're not. That's not the girl that we expect morality from. Then it's not going to go back to Diddy. The girl who was holding a sign
saying go Pappy.
Not
to mention, when everything was going on with Cassie, she was liking negative tweets about
Was
Cassie.
she?
Yeah, she was liking it and people were dragging her. And then the other woman, Gina, who, remember she's like an Asian woman who did the interview with Tasha K. And she was talking way before Cassie's interview, before Cassie's case even came to light. And she was saying that Diddy abused her, he beat her, all of the things that we know him to have been. And that he allegedly, like, he beat her up and she miscarried, she was pregnant with his kid. Like, he was absolutely vile. And Carisha was on Twitter, and those tweets are still up, by the way, taunting this woman, talking about, oh yeah, if Diddy wanted me to eat your pussy, I would. I could have you on your knees, bitch. And she called her fucking Sushi and Chun-Li. And the tweets are still up.
Mad.
Don't make it funny.
But you know what?
Don't make it funny.
But why are you calling her Sushi? That is mad.
Why do you think you call it? Oh, please.
That is a mad thing to do and to say. Whoa. But then, like, people that were like, you know, all the fucking losers that are like, oh, Cassie's a liar, she's this shit. Carisha was liking tweets.
Do you know what?
She is a bird brain bitch.
Yeah, I feel like she's committing to who she is.
Yeah.
And I think she's actually being authentic. Yeah. So it's like, allow her to be who she is.
Yes. That you can't have the expectations you have for yourself or your friends. Like, this is to her very cool who this woman is, and she's happy to be this way.
Yeah.
And anything else,
she's not trying to play a part.
Yeah.
I just find it mad because, like, it's one thing if, like, a guy is like, oh no, she's a liar, blah blah blah, but there is overwhelming amount of evidence in your face that this person is, like, clearly a monster, and you're still there backing it. Like, I just can't get my head around it. But like you guys are saying, all skin folk ain't
yeah,
folk.
she must. I feel like she's probably quite a dark person herself. Like, behind
to
be around those things and be okay with it, hear it. She's probably like. And they're on the same wavelength.
Well, she did say the peeing thing. I did remember that.
That
so it's
Twitter
like the things on what's it, Carisha Please, her podcast. The things I'd hear her say is quite you like that. Wait,
what did she say about the peeing thing?
That she likes golden showers. But she's also been a victim of domestic abuse herself.
Yeah.
So that's why I just can't.
But again, obviously I don't know her, but there are certain people that see domestic abuse as part and parcel of a love thing. Like, there are some women that, like, if he doesn't hit them, he's not jealous. They genuinely believe this man does not love me and he's not a jealous person, and they can't ration out a man not hitting them.
Yeah, she definitely gives that. I can't lie.
Yeah, and that's a thing for many women to be like, oh, he doesn't even shout. It doesn't make me. He's not jealous. I can't even hear a man raise his voice at me before I start. I'm going home. Yeah. like it's just not here. So I just think that's how she's wired. And it's because she's famous that we're like, oh, we expect otherwise. But, like, why?
We should have known from when we had them on the podcast.
Our worst experience ever.
Oh, because you had them on the podcast. What was the
so much more vindicated, because I always felt like, because we never talked about it. Look,
we did one time.
We did eventually, but for years we held it.
We held it.
So we had.
Did you put that episode out?
No, we didn't. But basically, we had them on. Their people begged us to let them come on. By the way, we had them on, and it was hell on earth. This was during COVID, didn't it? Yeah. We were on the laptop.
How hell?
On the laptop anyway.
How hot
so
was it?
They came on the Zoom, and
it was a Zoom.
Yeah, JT was in the car. She did, and young Miami was just in the bed in a hotel room. They just did not want to fuck with us at all. It was a hot mess. Like they barely spoke. It was just awful. So then in the end, Tolly pulled the plug. So
how did you pull it?
Like quite literally.
As in just ended. As in like no words were said.
Yeah, nothing. So we're all on there like, so how about, and then it just went blank.
Yeah.
So then we're just like, what the I thought it was divine intervention. And then Tolly's in the group like, guys, we're wasting our time. We needed to do the episode for the next day. Okay. So we didn't have time to just
So how were they answering the questions? Was it like not answering
They weren't answering. It was like, I think you asked them like about, what was the songs? Act Up was out at the time. It was like popping at the time. And you were like, oh, you know, how do you feel about... No, it was the question about that pussy song.
I think I asked about the pussy pink birds. Yeah, like, why the fuck did you say that? And why would anyone say that? Yeah, we did that.
We like that. We don't like that. We don't do that. We don't like that. That's all they said the whole interview. Yeah. It was so bad. Like it was. I was like at home doing that Zoom thinking, I wonder if I'm the only one that feels like this is going badly.
Yeah.
And so when Tolly pulled the plug, the PR called like straight away and was basically like, oh, you know, that was going great. What was happening? We were like, great. Like, what planet are you man on? Kind of thing. And yeah, we just left it.
Oh, wow.
And then we never talked about it for time. And then eventually we talked about it. And now I feel completely justified and vindicated in dragging them because what the hell?
Like that interview.
Did they just come with attitude or just the energy was
They probably just couldn't be bothered.
You could tell they couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, they did not want to be there.
They didn't want to be there.
And then the PR was like, oh, you know, their friend just got shot or something. And we were just
so
like,
why did you tell them to do an interview?
Yeah, like now is not the time. Let them go and mourn kind of thing. And then Tolly was like, oh. JT was in a car just doing it off her phone, and I think you sent an email saying that you need headphones and a mic. Yeah, so she's in the darkness of a car, and when Tolly's like, "Oh, have you got headphones?" She's like, "Ain't nobody tell me that." No. We were like, "Do you know what? As you are."
Oh God! Sure, we'll make it work.
Ain't nobody tell me that.
No, but I feel like I don't know what it is. Sometimes with Americans, they just got so much energy on I'll be nervous. I'll be really nervous.
It was a hot mess.
No, but sometimes you just have to respect yourself.
Yeah. Know your worth. Like
and I do this thing like if I don't want to talk, I will cut off a conversation when I'm talking.
Yeah. So
if I'm on the phone and I don't want to talk, I'm like, and then I just cut off me talking because it looks like the phone cut off.
Yeah.
And I just turn my phone off after.
I love that.
Like I was mid question and I said leave. Because then it looks like,
something happened.
Because I was just like, I'm just not doing this anymore.
When I'm driving home. And then the other day, I said I'm going to do that too.
I was going to be like, well, babe, you could just say bye.
Just say bye. Talk anymore, you know.
Sometimes you can't get the gap. You're waiting for the pause and the pause never comes. So you just got to pull the plug, quite literally.
That's hilarious.
Have you guys had awkward interviews that you're like, I need to get out of this situation?
Have we had awkward ones?
No, I don't think we've had like a bad awkward, but we've had like I was like, giggly, nervous, awkward.
Who was that?
Do you remember we had the two older men that were like teaching about relationships? I think we were a bit. Like,
was his name Stephen?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Stephen and M something.
Yeah, they're basically like
Americans.
Relationship coaches in America.
Like relationship coaches.
Yeah.
Very...
handsome. Okay. I'd say like very, would you say?
They just had a lot of masculine energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, yeah.
Very dominant.
Yeah.
And they were very sure of what they were saying when it came to like relationships. So it was very, we were very giggly. Gosh, we're so young.
If you watch it, you'll see us like, you could tell like, and you know when you're Ben nervous reading, like shakes. Yeah. I think I had a couple of shakes.
I think that's quite cute. There's something wrong with a little bit of giggly. I'm trying to think, someone left us giggly.
Oh my God, yeah.
I feel
like the first male we had was probably Broderick Hunter.
Broderick Hunter was quite a giggly
and we
episode.
proper broke our thing because our thing was like, we never had men on for ages, and we had him, and then Winston Duke.
Winston Duke was a giggly episode. Yeah, Winston Duke was like
and then any other
a flirty episode.
Yeah,
Louis.
Yeah.
And Louis was always because of admiration. I just thought he was so sick. And do you know when you watch someone for ages and nowhere did you think your lines will cross?
Yeah.
So I think that's what was the thingy.
Yeah.
How is Broderick? Last time I was in LA, we had just a really good time.
Yeah, he seems like a nice
It was
guy.
I was in LA. and you wanted to get into everyday people, right?
Yeah.
And none of us had tickets. It was a big bunch of us. It was me, a friend, Bodrick, and it was the guys from Insecure. So it was all out or whatever, right? And then none of us, literally about 7 of us trying to get into this thing that was rampacked, sold out. We didn't get a ticket. So he was like, babe, this is how LA works. He was like, go to the door. He was like, you got a British accent. Go to the door and tell them you got Bodrick here and the Insecure cast and they want to come to party, whatever. So my dumb and be like, you're the manager, whatever. So my dumb goes to the door, like, hi, I'm the manager of Bodrick. And so blah, blah, blah. We got the cast of Insecure here with like blah, 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 blah. They're like, yeah, sure. We rolled out the carpet. Put us in the private area and I was like, no, genuinely, free drinks. We had the time of our lives. I was like, LA is so full of shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so full of shit.
You just gotta be confident.
I was like, I've got this person with me. Like, the guys really want a good night out. Blah 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 blah. They're like, yeah, sure, cool, come in. It was like this. It was such a good time, and I was like, wow, the face card here really doesn't. If you're a big enough name here, you are getting into whatever you want to get into.
It's like, very like industry like that. Who are you?
Yeah. Absolutely. But we had a bloody time. But yeah, that was our first male guest.
That was our first
good looking man.
Let it slide.
Do you know what I would love? To have a guest on the pod and fall in love. But I wouldn't know, but everyone's watching it like, oh my gosh, those two are
that they're meant to be.
That'll be a nice story.
And then afterwards, we just keep talking after the pod. And then I'm like, guys, you know that's my husband now. But from the first episode,
you guys saw how they met.
Yeah.
That's cute. Who would it be? Celebrity wise?
I don't know, you know. Maybe someone white. Oh, silence.
Would you? Oh, no, because I wouldn't. That's why.
Oh, no, I'm thinking to stop dating black men now.
Why? What's got you to this point?
You want to open
Actually,
your
no, that's a lie. I need to stop saying things I don't mean. Maybe open it to like be more open.
Okay.
And have different experiences.
How come you've got to that space now?
No reason.
Just a bit tired.
Yeah, and also the UK, the black space in the UK is really small. Like everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking to just be a bit more open outside of my
comfort zone,
culture.
Yeah. I mean, many women are like, go where you're liked.
100%.
Go where someone likes you. Go where, if that's whatever race of man.
But I don't think I would be with a white man though. I think I would just like to date them just for experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a little different type of.
I don't think I've dated or fancied.
Have you not?
Never actually got over a white man. No.
Really?
Remember that in year 9.
So all your dates black men?
Yeah. Like when you're in year 9,
have you dated a Caribbean?
No.
Also all African.
She said diaspora.
Actually, to be fair, I think I've only dated.
No,
African.
I actually really haven't. I haven't dated past West Africa.
Is that if you've been dating a South African? East African?
I haven't actually gone past West Africa.
that
If I'm actually
intentional?
being, it hasn't been. I haven't gone out of my way to do it. But I think I'm such a Yoruba girl.
I know what you
like, you know what you like.
It's the Nigerian men that like me. Like, let me be honest with myself.
yeah.
I'm such a I'm a Yoruba woman.
You can handle whatever that brings.
Yeah,
basically.
I think even for them as well, there is something about the Yoruba-ness of me and the Nigerian-ness of me that just makes it a lot easier, I think.
I get the thing of like the comfortability of not having to like explain anything.
That's a big thing for me.
I think that would be, I get why that would just be, it feels like home, just feels like comfort.
They get it.
Do you know what I mean? And there's like one less hurdle because relationships are hard enough and now you've got to like explain
this is what this
different
is,
cultures and stuff like that. But you know, like when people say, oh, I don't want to have to teach. If I were dating, I don't think I would mind that.
You'd have to teach if you're dating someone.
Yeah, I think
because you would be so, you would like the person so much, you would find it fun.
Yeah. And naturally, I think your partner, if you're from a different culture, you're intrigued. You want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
To be with a good guy, naturally, he'll want to be part of your culture and understand it.
Exactly, totally. Because you know, like Kemi Badenoch, for example, when she's like that.
Kemi Badenoch, you know Kemi Badenoch.
Isn't she the leader of the Conservative Party and she's always got raggedy braids?
Oh, yeah.
When I said raggedy braids,
I'm so bad with names.
Like, she's married to a white man, and obviously when she tried to sort of denounce her Nigerianness, I just think as a partner, do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't even have to be your race or whatever. If Nick was doing something mad, I would like to think that I would step in and be like, what the hell are you doing? But like, I just feel like, if you're dating outside your race and you're denouncing your Nigerianness, then what the hell is it to that person? Because, it's not, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just find I should just find that very strange.
And also, can we change the name then? Like, this Kemi you're carrying around is gonna always identify you as Nigerian. If you really, girl, just change the name. Like, if you really mean it, get Kemi out of here. Call yourself something else and really mean what you're saying, sis. The nasty thing about Kemi is she's always got that white thing around her.
I hate that white thing.
It just gives
just checking now.
Do you know what I mean? We're all human. We have stuff, but it's the lack of self-awareness because, like, girl,
why have you not checked that?
She's got bad friends because if was no one telling her.
And I think you can feel it as well.
Yeah, of course. Like, the thing is, the people that the last time she did an interview, she was talking about denouncing her Nigerian and sort of talking about how she snitched on a classmate or something, and everyone's like, you've never been likable since you were a kid. She basically was saying that she snitched on someone that was cheating in school, and she thought that it was going to give her brownie points, and everyone was like, bitch, why did you do that in school? And so that was the interview, and she had really bad gathering, like stuff. And I was thinking, the people that you were pandering to would set you up, because if that was anyone else, they'd be like, dab. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are they letting you come on camera like that? Mental.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I really want her to know that you're not going to be. I'll be so shocked if she makes Prime Minister.
Oh yeah, that one.
I think people will go against themselves to make sure that we do not have a black Nigerian woman as Prime Minister of the. Even me, that's too far.
Yeah, that's
like, especially as someone that is Kemi, I just don't see a world where that is going to happen. So I'm okay. Yeah, have you heard about this digital ID that we're getting?
Yeah, I saw that today, and I got a bit scared. I was thinking, oh
scary.
Gosh, like what another thing? It's like COVID. Like if you don't vaccination, if you don't have it, you can't do this. You can't do that. It's just creeping me out.
I'm very scared of it because I do think it is going to lead to loads of things, like you being prohibited from doing a lot of things.
What are the benefits of it? Why is it happening?
They just want to keep track on everybody. I guess they just want everyone to have one specific thing that tells all the information that they need to know about you as and when they need to know about you.
When they say digital ID, digital how? Like,
I guess it would be in a cloud.
It would just be an app.
An app owned by Tony Blair's son.
An app owned by Tony Blair's son.
Guys,
they're really keeping the money in.
They're keeping it in.
Is it just in the UK or is it for the whole world?
No, the UK.
The UK. Yeah.
Right.
For now. That's really weird.
It's given Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And also, I just think it's like, it's going to be so expensive. Is that where money should be going to right now?
Definitely not, because they always say we don't have money for anything.
They're always bringing out something that we
got
don't
money to pay
unnecessary.
Tony Blair's son, because he's obviously going to get a big bag for that.
Is that
And
where?
it affects the whole, like it's going to affect the whole world. Like, come on, can we have like a
Can we not have
choice
any
on
ounce
this?
of like autonomy over
Yeah.
ourselves? Do you know what I mean? And it's very scary because they're using the whole immigration thing to really push it, and they know that gets people riled up.
Yeah,
do you know
I
what I mean?
agree.
And so I just don't even understand how, because they're like, oh, now we can like vouch for every single person, blah blah blah. So the people that are that way inclined are gonna be like, okay, like they're not gonna see that actually, you fucking dummies, they're using this. It's a weapon against you. Like it's actually not gonna do what you think it's doing, because if people don't have if people don't have like papers or whatever, do you think they give a shit about a fucking digital ID card?
Yeah.
So like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm quite scared of it, and I'm usually like, oh, whatever, I'm not doing anything wrong. So, but now I'm standing up, guys. I'm standing up
because it's
Have you
I
signed
think
a
it's
petition?
the fact
No,
that you
not yet, but I
can't
will.
Sign
Is
the
there
petition,
a
guys.
petition?
There's a petition.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Sign one,
currently
yeah.
millions signatures now,
They
and
need that's
once
good.
it gets, I think over a million. Once it gets to a certain amount, it has to go to House of Parliament. So
Okay.
if you're really like not, look at me doing a political, I don't give a fuck
Women in politics.
about anything. But if you do, please make sure
Yeah.
to do it. Do you know what? I'm just
definitely
really getting to
signing
that stage of the like, these are gonna do whatever. Like, how much
yeah,
power do I have again?
Yeah.
Like,
You on your ones.
but I did sign the
There's
petition.
that
though.
guy Del Boy on TikTok. I don't know if anyone's seen him, and he's really, really clever. And he basically does all of these like videos about what would happen if everybody did this. I don't know if you've seen it. So he done one about black women. What would happen if black women for 30 days didn't buy any beauty products? And he does like a step by step of like what would actually happen and what would be forced to happen if people like actually banded together and were committed to it. And it's just like eventually, obviously, like it will be a win for us if we committed to the 30 days of not buying anything, because people would be frantic, and the supply chain would be frantic and blah blah blah. And he done one about the digital ID card and what that would look
interesting.
like if all of us actually got on one accord and didn't sign it and didn't sign up to it. And yeah, it's really clever. But yeah,
Can you send me that?
I'll send you his page. Yeah, he's really,
Sounds
shout out
sick.
you, Del Boy. Like he's really clever. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, boycotts work. Because like,
Yeah, I
even if
think
you see
that.
with Starbucks now, they've had to shut down. They're reporting they're shutting down a lot of their things. Like, so boycotting does
And Jimmy
work.
Kimmel, they had to reinstate his show as well.
Oh yeah, because they got
Yeah.
involved, didn't they?
I want us as a nation to come together and stop the London charges. Like I think as a nation, why are we getting congestion charge? Everything
Mate.
like
You
and
lesbians are
parking.
Driving
Like,
a
can we just
car
come
at
together?
the moment is actually
hell.
Yeah,
They
it's
don't want people
hell.
driving, you know.
I got 3 tickets last
I
week.
will die on
3
that
parking
hill. I'm
tickets.
driving
Did
everywhere.
you?
3 parking tickets last week, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, very good.
Yeah, that's my new thing.
Yeah,
Like,
very,
to
very
not
good.
get
A
parking.
parking
Yes.
ticket.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And do you know what's so magic? I already had 6 points on my license, yeah, and then I got another 6, so that was like 9. But then luckily
12.
the 3 were dying.
Oh.
So, but now I'm back at the square one again.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean? But basically, long story short, if I get more, I'll be off the roads.
Oh god.
Do you know what I mean?
I need to catch up on. I don't even know what mine's saying right now.
Huh?
What points wise?
Yeah,
I
like you
don't
know
think
when you
I've got any
file off
points.
your to do the calls.
you
I've
can
done
check.
2, but I
You can
haven't
check
got anything back.
gov.co.uk will tell
You've
you.
done 2 courses.
No, I've given away
Oh.
2 separate tickets, so I'm waiting for them to let me know.
Have you had a course yet?
No.
So you
so
probably
you've got
have
you've
one
got
course and
you've
then
got
3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly, the course is actually a little bit enjoyable.
No, the course. If you do the course, you don't get points.
I've never done a course in my life.
Oh, that
Oh,
means,
you
that
mean-
means
so
you've got no
that's
points.
fine.
Yeah,
then.
you
Okay.
you
That means
yeah.
you've got no points.
You do a course and
Yeah.
then you give you a
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the course, I actually learned a lot, and I was like, once
Yeah,
you
you might
actually
as well
go
get
in there
into it.
being like, let me get into it and actually
Yeah.
learn, rather than being like, I don't want to be
Yeah,
here.
you
and
have
now
to
that
just
it's
get
on
involved.
Zoom as well, so
How
just
long
like
is
sit
it?
on
How long is it?
Zoom.
Like an
It's like,
hour?
no,
Oh, no, no.
3 hours.
It's your whole day.
It's like 3 and a
It
half
is.
hours.
It's like 3 hours.
Can you
Yeah.
eat during it?
You get
They
little
give you
lunch.
a
like
break.
10 minutes.
They give you a
Break.
10-minute break.
So you actually can't be eating it and
No,
learning.
they tell you don't be
you
eating.
have to keep your
Yeah.
camera on.
And you have to keep your
as well.
camera
You have
on
to
the
camera-
whole
yeah.
I
time
don't
as well.
mind keeping my camera on,
Yeah.
but I might want water. Can
Yeah.
I have
You
water?
can have water. They literally tell you can have water, but don't be eating snacks.
Yeah.
On here, they literally tell you.
Like, because
Yeah.
when I met them, there was like cameras on for everyone. I was like, huh? They were like, yep, camera on. I was like, oh,
same. My
right.
first
At
one,
least
I
you're not
was in
doing
bed
it
with my
alone.
headscarf.
You
Yeah.
see other
You're
people
with the
in
other-
it.
yeah,
But
with
honestly,
other
once
people.
everyone just be like, you know what, fuck it, we're in this now. And
Yeah.
everyone starts
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
questions, it's
yeah.
actually
And you probably
fine.
start being like 30, 70, like trying to get
And
into
you
it.
actually learn some new things.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh my
Brush up on
gosh.
them skills, because actually that was something I wanted to ask you guys. You know, when you drive, is there one thing that you remembered from your lessons that is like stuck with you?
Roundabouts, of course. Although I
Yeah.
still hate roundabouts. I hate.
Yeah, they're-
hate.
I feel
Yeah, I
like they're
think
quite
it is
dangerous.
roundabouts for
I
me too.
hate roundabouts.
I think roundabouts are so dangerous.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah, same. Like, who the hell
hate
can
a
run with that?
roundabout. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
Like, why is there
roundabout.
always a forest in the middle?
And I think it's too reliant on everyone to know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get shook.
indicate.
Yeah.
Like you have to rely
Yeah,
that
people
someone's
don't be
going to
indicating.
indicate. People just don't be doing
The
that as well.
The big roundabouts with multi-lanes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
with the lorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
then you move to this one.
Yeah.
Then you go. But I'm
The
just
lakeside one. Do you know
Honestly.
that
Yes.
direct lakeside one?
There's some. I just
Hell.
go around.
Just
Yeah,
go
yeah,
around,
yeah,
just
just
go
keep
around.
going.
Same. I just put in God's hand. I'm just like, I don't know how I'd be doing roundabouts
Yeah,
sometimes.
no,
You
same.
can't. You
So I
can't
forget my
hesitate.
lessons, right.
You just
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Hate a roundabout.
There's one in Peckham, and I always like, for some weird reason, it's the left, but I feel like it's the right. And so I stop, and then all the people are just like, bitch, you've got right away. I'm like, oh yeah. I always forget. But there's one thing that I remember from many of my lessons, because it was a hot mess for me. It was to, when people are crossing the zebra crossing, let them get to the end before you take
Same.
off. That thing never left my head.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Never left my
I
head.
remember that, but I never really.
I proper
stick
like
to
I
it.
don't because I remember in my lesson she was like, you know, they could come back like
Yeah.
you can drop something,
Yeah.
come back and then there you are running
Yeah,
them
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Or
now
one
let
thing
them
I
get to the end.
remember is the parking cars.
Oh,
Because someone could just run free. You might
Yeah,
not see them.
you might not see them, girls.
But a
Blind
child
spot.
could just run. So I'm like, ooh, any kids?
And also, when you open your door, so you have to leave enough space for a pass car to be able to open their door.
Open their door.
Otherwise, you're too close to them. So I
yeah,
always
yeah.
think about that bit.
Exactly, because I'm
leave
not
the
trying to
door
get like paid for
smashed
no
open.
ones.
But no, I find like I enjoy parking, but all of the rules and regulations are really starting to.
Park.
No,
I can't- do you
that
know what? I
parallel
cannot
park.
That's my
all
one
this.
thing. I
Yeah, I
can't
can't parallel
reverse
park.
park. I could park into a big open space.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what with parking? You just have to not avoid it.
Yeah, you have to keep.
You always
doing
have
it.
to
Keep
put
practicing.
yourself under pressure.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing when people you start seeing traffic building up behind you.
There was
behind me,
the other day, literally I had an appointment, babe, and there was a space parallel, and I can't do parallel like easily. So I was like, okay, just do it, Maz, just do it. And I was doing it, but it was so bad. The guy behind me, when he drove past, looked in the window to see,
what-
is she all right? And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, it was so
I'm so
bad,
humble
but
when
we
I
got
forgot.
it. I'd done it in the end, but it took me a minute and back on.
Especially with the small ass roads in London.
Yeah,
The road
yeah.
is small.
Yeah.
There's cars parked on both sides. You're like, actually,
And
that's
then
not too
have
bad.
patience.
And the
Yeah,
sensors
none.
be a bit much sometimes. You think you're not even that close. It's a
I've
lot.
had random people park my car for me.
Same.
Like, random people.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hands
yeah.
on the mouse, like, fucking
Let
let me
someone
do
say,
it.
do you want? Do you
Yeah.
have? Like, yeah,
That's
yeah,
happened to
like
me
give
as
it
well.
because I
I'm just a
actually
girl,
cannot.
like,
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Please help me.
Like, I will be
Yeah.
sweating. I turn my
Same.
music off. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
I I need to concentrate. Like, I can't.
And
I'm
do you
not
know your
playing
lessons,
around.
but then like let the curb hit the door. So the curb is meant to be on your back end door. That's how you know you're in close
is
enough
it?
or some
Thank
bullshit.
God for
And I always try to
cameras.
remember it, but I'm like, I'm not doing this.
I
man.
just use eye.
What do you mean?
Like I measure it with like my
your
eyes.
eyes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
if I didn't have
that's
cameras on my
enough.
phone in my car,
Me too. I don't
I'm
think I'd
fucked.
be able to
I don't
drive
know
a
how
car
I used to
without
have
cameras.
cameras.
Same.
Not have cameras.
But I remember there used to be this driving school like near where I'm from, and the bumper thing used to say, "Back off, you're a learner once too." And I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like,
That's
cute.
true.
Yeah, I try
Yeah,
not to do
that's
too much
cute.
with learners.
Yeah,
Like,
same, like,
once-
allow the
yeah,
learners.
No,
allow
but when
it.
I'm in a rush, it's like move.
Yeah, no, hello.
Move. The other day that I only literally yesterday is I learned to do what's the water that comes from the windshields?
windscreen
Yeah.
wipers.
Yeah, but not the
juice?
wiper. But I didn't know
To
how
let the
the
water
water
to come out.
I,
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
had
I
my
have to do
car
that, I can't
for 2 years and I only just realized how to do it. I just thought it didn't come with it. I was like, oh my gosh, this little Mercedes with no. I said, oh, I'm not getting this car
Yeah.
again.
Mine was my rear window, sorry, doesn't have a wiper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
mine
So I was like,
doesn't.
so what the fuck do you do
I know.
here?
Yeah,
It just
I
goes-
was
it
so
trickles
confused.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Because
what
of the
do you
slope.
do?
Yeah.
And someone's like,
It's so
just
bad.
press the rear button and it
Yeah.
will do it. I was like, oh.
Oh, what the heat?
Yeah.
The
So
heat-
the
the
wiper
max-
doesn't
Oh,
come,
yeah.
but it will
Oh,
heat it up to
evaporates.
clear.
Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know
I
that.
honestly use my car to go in and out. I don't know any of the technical.
Same.
I don't know what
The
any
thing
of
is,
that
because we've
means.
got the same car, it does a lot, you know.
Yeah, I heard.
There's so many buttons.
Not in my fucking business.
It actually does a lot. Like you could do automatic parking.
Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
have
Like you don't have to even like you just press a button and like so long as you
does
find
it.
the space,
I'd be too scared for
it will
that.
do it for you.
Have you done it before?
I always forget like because you've got to press a couple buttons. But Nick does it all the time,
I'd be
and
too
it proper
scared.
maneuvers it, and it's perfect. It parks perfectly for you.
Even people do auto. Is it auto drive when on the motorway or
That's
thingy?
that's
cruise
too
control.
far.
Cruise control. I
Yeah.
can't.
I
No,
like
cruise
a
control.
good-
That's too risky.
I
That
like a
scares
cruise
me,
control, yeah.
really.
On the motorway, especially when it's like 50 miles per hour, I just get in the middle lane.
Yeah,
Like my leg hurts.
I get so
Maybe that's why
scared that
you've
my
never
car
done
was
a
just gonna
course.
like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't think cruise control is that good.
I've never used
I
it. I'm
like
too
to
scared
control
to
my
use
cruise, I
it.
can't lie.
Yeah,
And it just keeps that one.
yeah, but
The
you can
one
go
speed,
up and then
yeah.
it goes back down. Like you can actually accelerate, but it will always stop it at your cap.
It does it at the right
yeah.
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't trust technology enough for that. You know?
I know what you mean.
No.
In America, oh my gosh, when I went to, I can't remember where it was, LA, I can't remember. They actually have cars that just drive.
Yeah.
And
There's
I
that.
don't
I
think I
wouldn't
can
get
trust
that.
that.
They get Uber cars that do
Yeah,
that now.
yeah,
That
yeah.
you just drive.
Well, in the UK, have we started?
No,
doing
we
that?
haven't started.
No.
It's illegal here because I think the Teslas can do it, but it's not legal
I don't
here.
trust
them to
Elon
do
Musk
it,
enough
yeah.
for that.
Yeah, it's not legal here for us to be doing it.
That's
Moral dilemmas.
yeah.
Oh, I got moral dilemma. It's a very old school moral dilemma, but I was talking about it with a friend recently. Do you know the train moral dilemma that you are on a train and if this train can go off course and it will hit 5 or 10 people on the side, kids will hit 5 kids, or you can push a button and it would only kill 1 person on the train.
What
Wait,
would we
what?
do?
Well,
Can
again?
you say it again? Because there's
So you're on a
numbers.
train, it's on a track. It can go, if it goes off track, it's going to go off track and it's going to run into 5 children. But you can press a button on the train to means it stays on track, but 1 person on that train dies.
But we don't know if the children will die. They
No,
just get-
No,
they
it's
won't
either
die.
one or the other.
I'll pick
Yeah.
the
Oh, they'll
one
Like
kill
the
person.
5
kids
kids
will
or
die.
1 person die. Oh, the kids, 5 kids die.
Yeah. Like
I'll
the
do
train
the one person.
Yeah, the one person's got to go there.
die on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's quite.
Fair, and hopefully he's an older person that's lived in,
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They've
in
had
like
some
that.
life,
Yeah, because we
yeah.
saved fresh life and
Right,
then take.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'd weigh out.
I can't imagine anyone
I feel
choosing the 5 kids. That would be a
That'd
bit
be a
of
bit wild, yeah.
Why?
I just won't do anything.
Oh, fair. Oh, do
Is
you
there an
have to
option?
pick?
There's an option for like fate just to do it.
Oh, yeah, then
Yeah.
babe,
Because
do
I feel
it.
like I've killed that person in the like.
Yeah, you know
It's
you've
on me
killed
that I've killed
someone.
But then you
Oh.
do, but then wouldn't you feel like I've saved 5 innocent lives as well? Like, wouldn't that make you feel less?
But what about if it was the 5 kids that died? Would you,
Yeah, would you
not
feel a
feel
bit-
like, oh, I could have actually saved 5 kids
5
rather
kids.
than.
Just one person.
I don't know.
And can I always feel like, okay, if 5 kids, 9 out of 10, they're innocent, they haven't done any wrong in the world, I feel like there's a better ratio of
Yeah, 'cause the
like
person would
picking a
done
bad
more
person.
bad.
Right, okay, in
on
the
the
thingy.
train. That's how I'd think.
Yeah,
of
that's
it,
how I'd.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
would
yeah.
resolve
Yeah.
that, yeah. Oh, that's
Well, I really like that, Tony.
Yeah, because there's
you know?
loads of. If you guys have watched Good Place, oh, brilliant! Oh, wow. You
What
watched
is that?
The Good Place on Netflix. You
Is
have
it a
great time.
series?
It's a series. Yeah. The
Okay.
first season is one of the best seasons of television I've watched in a very long time. And there's loads of moral dilemmas in that way of like, oh, what would you do? Who would you
Yeah.
save? And that kind of like, what's the right thing to do.
I like those kind of snipe things.
Yeah, because some people, and you don't see, I think I agree with you guys in terms of like, oh, kids are young, whatever, but some people see it as, oh, they've only been here like,
not long.
that they can also, like there's a viewpoint that's also sees it as that like.
That's true, because what about, there's probably someone on the train that's an adult that someone is dependent.
That depends. Yeah, so people see things like that as well, and they're like, okay, so there's a weird, depending on how you see life. Oh, you've only been here 2 years. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. But
compared
to
someone,
people hear the word kids and already it just becomes emotive.
Oh, instantly.
So it's just like, but why are they more important than me?
Why?
Because you were once a kid. So imagine if someone spared you, you can now be this person.
They better go on to do great things. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Saved your life.
Yeah, you better go on to do great things.
I know, like if you ever heard that you was a kid and you nearly died, this happened to you, whatever, you have to be like, as an adult, I need to save, I need to do great things. Like people like who don't die in plane crashes, you must feel like your life is destined for greatness.
Oh yeah, you have to make. You
have to be like, there is a reason, surely, why I'm here. Because
you sell the story. Tell that story.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a question for you guys. Yeah, it's based off a TikTok I saw, and it was basically this woman, and she was saying that how worse than dating someone that's whatless is actually dating someone who's like too involved in their family. So for example, like if like they're the one guy in their whole family, so everyone calls them round to put the TV up, everyone calls them round to help them with their bills, everyone all the time, they're everything to everyone all of the time. And she was just like, that was actually hell, dating someone that was like that. What would you say is the better situation? Someone that's like that, or someone
define,
or someone that's just like a bum.
Like
and
not working.
The polar opposite, for example, like
I'd rather
they're
the family guy.
Is undependable a word?
It is now.
It is now. I made it up. Undependable. You can't depend on them.
Yeah.
Maybe they've got like bare baby mums.
Oh,
they're a bit like
that one.
Blah blah blah. But this other person is always like, he's always maybe short because he's too busy helping someone else.
Yeah.
Or he's got to send money to this family member.
But is he still doing stuff for me?
Well, she was saying that like, no, their relationship like fell short because he was just always unavailable. Like,
but I feel you can work on that. I think if someone's whatless and doesn't have that ambition or has all of that. Oh, they're both baggage though. Because I was going to say baggage. It's still baggage, the whole thing. Yeah. But the only thing that's saving me is he's got a generous heart. Yeah. And I think it's really it's so hard to find generousness. Someone that will think of someone else before themselves. Yeah. And I think it's annoying because he's like weighing on other people than the marriage and the partner. Yeah. That's why I think maybe you could work on that one more than someone that's just a bum and have all of that. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I couldn't be with a whatless one. I just think every time I come home irritated, just sitting there, irritated. Like, what was you doing today?
I should be calling you the same pain.
I'd rather at least, he's out of the house doing something for someone. I've got a moment to myself. But to see someone sit there all day doing nothing while I'm doing stuff, I think that would be the worst for me.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect example of people saying they want a kind person, but only kind to me. If you want a kind person, they're kind to everybody. If you want a generous person, they're generous to everybody. You can't just be like, oh no, but just to me though. That means you don't want a kind person. Like truly kind and generous people and giving people, give that to everyone. So if that's really what you want, you're going to have to share that with everybody. Yeah. They are going to be the guy, you want someone that's dependable, a family guy. It's not just going to be to you. They're going to have to give that out. But I can understand it being like, oh my gosh, this is the person that everyone goes to and it must be tiring for him. But I think it comes with a package of requiring someone that you believe is a family man, is very kind. Other people are going to see that in them as well and want that out of them.
It must be to the extreme because her like saying like, doing the TV, like if you are the only boy in the family, you have, and say you're the dad's old, who else is going to do it, naturally. And I would like that in a partner where their brothers or sisters like look up to him. He's like the dad, the next call in. So I don't know, how deep must it be then? Is it every single thing?
She was trying to make it seem like it was bad, but I think that what she was trying to say is that he wasn't boundaried as well. And then it caused issues in their relationship because when she was trying to be protective of him, he was like, well, blah blah blah, and then it just was like, listen, I'm trying to look out for you. Like,
I can see how it would be a problem.
So I can see how, I can see how it would be a problem, but at the same time,
but compared to being a whatless
person
is a mad problem to have.
Whatless is selfish and opposite. Like that's definitely far worse.
You can hate your past. I think you can brew hate for that situation more than the other situation.
Yeah. So I think other situations, the anger is with the people using them. Yeah. Rather than them. Like maybe there's frustration. Like come on, babe. But like ultimately, like you can't specify qualities and think that quality only comes from something that they have for you. That's how that person is.
That's
naturally sort of thing. And you hear it a lot, to be like, oh, it's always doing things always. Yeah, but that's what you ask for someone kind. You ask for someone generous. That's actually going to come with part of the parcel. So I think it's actually whatless is insane. Prefer whatless. I'd rather be myself than be whatless.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know how
that's
jarring a whatless man is?
Have you ever dated anyone that you just thought, you're too whatless?
I actually haven't, to be fair.
I have, but back in the day. But I was young, so it's kind of hard to like measure.
To know.
Do you know
Are you
like,
whatless?
Are you young or are you whatless? Like, are you still trying to get your shit together or are you?
So what makes someone whatless then? What like?
I think now.
Yeah.
Now, if they just they're irresponsible at this age, like you've got no responsibilities, like you just maybe selfish and lazy, and you've got no ambition, and if you've got kids
self-control as well,
no self-control, no discipline. If you've got kids and you're not really active and you're kind of like a bit unbothered about your kids, like I find that's mad.
Yeah. Well, your priorities are just not in the right place.
Are just a hot mess and all of that. So. Yeah, I think now, but back then, to be fair, that guy's still a bum. So I wasn't wrong. He was. So it was just whatlessness.
And also back then, girls, we grew up earlier than guys. Like a lot of the girls I knew got jobs. We got jobs way before the boys now. Age group got jobs. Yeah.
So much for us.
Yeah, exactly. And then also remember, we're reared to be like, oh, you've got to help him. You've got to build, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to help him. Like sometimes, like in order for them to be great, you've got to be their backbone. And it's just like, you actually don't. You don't have to be that at all. Like it's okay to want someone that's
already made. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
And also, who the hell is my backbone?
Exactly.
Like,
what about
you
me?
want me to, what's about me? Like, who's helping me?
Because I'm just about standing.
No, like literally, I'm going through a lot as well. Please,
No, definitely.
help me. And it's always as if the women don't deserve help or don't whatever.
Sometimes
Like, sometimes
I
need
want to
help.
ride or die.
Exactly.
How
And they're
about
not taught
that?
to be ride or die at all. Yeah.
Like I don't want to be. I'm actually quite a very dependent person. I'm not an independent person. It's really like I'm very dependent.
I saw this TikTok and I really resonated with it. It was like this girl was like, the goal isn't to marry. She said the goal is to marry someone that doesn't care whether you cook or not. And I actually really like that because I don't know. There's just something about having a partner that balance is not that deep. Like, So.
Yeah, because some men, they're raised to like hold like, we'll just use cooking as an example.
Yeah.
It's such a like high thing, like this massive representation of love. It's actually just food and everyone's capable of like
cooking. Adults.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, sayings like, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Do you know what? I fear those men because my thing is, why do you want to kill your wife?
In
all seriousness, like, because you're gonna expect her to. It's not like this woman say, but I don't want my wife to work. Like this woman still has to work. She's doing the same thing. She's coming home. Like, what does it matter who does as long as it's done?
Right.
Exactly. Like it's the men that like, no, it has to be my wife that does it. Why can't I just make sure there's food in the house?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, okay, I didn't cook it, but someone like I actually fear those men, especially if you still expect me to be still be working, still looking after children, and then want me to cook and clean as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why can't it, as long as it's done, what's the problem?
Because they believe it's women's work.
Do you know what would, oh my God, I think this would be my biggest fear is like coming home, it would never be me, but coming home and the man's waited for me to cook.
And telling me he's been hungry since.
And there's a whole fridge full of food.
Yeah, that is dark. The thing is, you're starving. Because back in the day when Nick and I were dating, like maybe I think he kind of like wouldn't cook, but he wouldn't expect me to cook.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll just be like, okay, good night, I'm going to bed. And he just has to eat it. Not eat it, but you know what I mean? But he might not have cooked, but cooking's not really like necessarily his thing. But you can order, sir. Do you know what I mean? Like delivery was still very much a thing. And I'll just be like, I'm not doing it. Yeah. But the expectation that you should come home and cook, like when they actually have the audacity.
You know, because there's some men that want a fresh meal every day.
Yeah.
They can't have the same stew.
No, babe, 3 times a day as well.
They don't like microwave food.
It's actually mad. Because my grandparents, they were married for like 45 years and then they split up after 45 years, like when they were like grown. And my grandma, every day for that marriage, she would make my granddad 2 breakfasts. So she would make him a full English every day, and then she would make him like banku with fish and pepper every single day for 45 years.
Which is like,
was that what he requested?
That was what she did. That was part of her wifely duties, and she did that every single day. And so like he would like, they had separate rooms and he would eat in his room and she would like make the food every single, like a full English, and I'm talking about, it's not no joke full English that we have here, like a set one.
Yeah.
Where you have like bacon, egg, and
set four.
we're talking
hash browns, tomato, mushrooms.
This one has spam. This one has bacon, sausage, beans, onions, tomatoes, mushrooms, black pudding, toast, egg, like everything you can imagine, like a proper full on. And I was just like, girl, like how?
For 45 years
That's
as well.
45 years. I mean, she was a stay-at-home wife, but so.
Yeah, I think, like, do you know what it is? I was talking to my sister about it because when you're a stay-at-home wife, right, it's still a job. And I think sometimes people think it's not. Like, doing the cleaning and laundry, it's a lot. I find it really hard balancing that and work.
Yeah.
But I feel like expecting food all the time just doesn't make sense. All the time
That's
doesn't
actually a
make
bad
sense.
thing.
Like I think dinner I can understand.
Yeah.
Like in our household is like I do dinner. Like I enjoy doing dinner.
Yeah.
But if I'm too busy, I've got work to do. Like my fiance will do dinner, you know what I mean, or we'll order. But breakfast, that as well. It's like whoever can do it, like everyone else figure out.
When there's cereal and milk, you're
do you know what I mean?
Bread.
And whatever.
I'm not even a breakfast eater like that. So
figure it out. Yeah. Because I'm the same. Like I like to cook dinner, but I would be doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I don't play around with my food. I don't miss a meal. So I would be doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Regardless.
Like Tony knows because boy,
she doesn't miss a meal.
I don't miss a meal. It doesn't matter how
The
bad
depths of her sadness.
how down bad I am. I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna eat something nice as well. So I don't mind doing dinner because, like I said, I'd be doing it for myself if I lived alone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't mind traditional roles. I don't mind it, but we have to be fully in it.
Yeah.
Like it can't. You can't tell me you're a traditional man and you're okay with me working.
Yeah.
Commit 100% to what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
be traditional in all of the ways.
Yeah.
Like in every single way of it. Let's really lean into this.
Yeah.
Let's not do it partially or to a way that just benefits you.
Exactly.
Yeah, like let's
Yeah.
really cool. Then you're the breadwinner. You're cool. Let's run that. Like if that's how it's gonna be. Let's run it. But let's really be
Yeah,
focused.
exactly.
Like let's
Everyone
not
do
steer
their-
away.
everyone
Let's
do
not
their roles.
remake it into our own. No. We either be traditional or we be what we are. Like let's not
Exactly.
steer away from it. I think that's what I find irritating. It's like to the benefit of me.
Yeah, exactly. You want to pick and choose what the parts of the tradition that you like. But when I say give me money to go and do whatever, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
And also bear in mind, my upbringing has done a number on me. The likelihood is I will take on those roles naturally because of how I've been brought up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like naturally, like just because it has done a number on me. Like I could be, like we could get a takeaway and I'd feel the need to be the one to serve the food and because of
How
it's just how I've been brought up.
Yeah.
So it's done a number on me. So don't you worry, you probably will still get it somehow, but it's the expectation and what you're saying about, you're telling me you've been home all day hungry. You're not really
That's
hungry.
just dumb.
Yeah.
You're not that hungry.
Yeah.
You're actually not that hungry.
Laziness.
Yeah. When you're really
Anything.
hungry, you find your way to the kitchen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like
So how traditional are you? Would you do the whole like after eating swallow? You do
Absolutely
the water?
No, that's too much.
No, that's it. That one is too.
No, you better
I
get
even
up.
used to hate doing that as a kid.
Oh my god!
So your dad,
At all. How am I?
Like, can you fucking get
Go
up?
Actually felt like slavery.
Same,
It actually felt like slavery.
No, it did.
And everyone had the bowl. Everyone you had the bowl
Yeah.
Where
that you
does that
used
actually
to.
come
Do you know
from?
what? I
though?
think culturally we know that's part of
Culturally,
culture,
I
but I
know.
feel like the reason why we all had that exact same feeling is because we were brought up in the Western world.
Yeah.
That
Do you know
thing
what I mean?
wasn't
And we're just like, this ain't
normal,
normal.
There's
This ain't
many things
normal,
I
and
would
it
do,
ain't
but
right.
that
And
thing
then they
of
would
like
never, do you know what I mean?
having the
You can't
bowl
even
of
dry your hand,
water
you're dizzy.
and then the soap next to it. You put it on a tray and you have to
And then
give
you
to
take-
someone.
That is degrading.
To go
And then
wash.
you take it back.
And then when you take it back, you see the stew in the water and the aqua in the water.
Yeah. That is insane. Sorry.
That's so funny.
But I do want to experience it at one time. I'm doing it.
Yeah, even as a child.
Was someone doing it for you?
Yeah.
Go and bring it on me and
yeah,
show
yeah,
up.
I mean, shower, like literally,
Yeah.
even as a child, I was like, no, this is degrading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
proper,
Like, this is slavery.
I probably used to get angry.
Especially when you have to kneel down to do it as well.
Oh, we
Also,
never had to do that.
Oh, we had to ask no,
I
that's
never
it.
had to
And
kneel
you have
down.
stupid uncles that they'll be using it, just waiting for you to do it.
Yeah. You're not even going to wipe.
They've
No,
got
get out of here, man.
Ebba is drying up on their hands
Yeah.
and they're just like waiting for you to go big on me shower.
No, that ain't
And
it.
the bathroom's next door.
On me shower
Exactly.
is water to rinse your hands, basically. And I remember the bowl we had was a green bowl. Oh,
Yeah, I'm still
I
triggered by our bowl
hated
as well.
that thing.
Yeah, that
so
was not the
much.
one. That is.
But they don't do it as much these days.
Yeah.
But one thing I did really love, my mum always cooked for my dad, so we would always, like, we would serve the food though. Like, but I did really like that. It was really cute. It's kind of like
felt like
their
you were
thing.
working in a restaurant.
Yeah, it felt a bit,
'Cause
yeah.
that's what I used to tell myself.
Yeah, like you're just
I'm
like,
a waiter,
"Hi, Dad."
waitress. Yeah.
Your
The only
everything.
shower thing used to piss me
Yeah.
off. And also, why do you always have to eat with a tray?
Yeah, because they want to watch
put
it
it on a tray. That tray thing used to annoy
But
me.
we have to balance to keep it tidy.
So we can
it used to irritate me. And then the stupid uncles that eat fish and eat all the fish bones on the tray.
Do you know what? I hate when they put it on the table and not on the tray.
Oh, so you have to use your hands on the it's really
I remember one time, it's so disgusting, but my dad had like my sister was really like crafty as a kid, and so my dad had like a bottle of like beer next to his chair. My sister went to drink it, but my dad had like floated. And he put his like toenail and finger clippings in it,
and she drank it. I don't think I'd ever recover from that.
I'm even trying to like block this out of my imagination.
Was like, he was like, essentially right.
What did she vomit?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think
I wouldn't recover.
My mum was so angry because my mum was like, why have you left that there? Like, there's kids around. But my dad was like,
why are you drinking
beer?
Why are you drinking Guinness?
That was so funny.
And Guinness is already I don't know why I thought Guinness, but I assume it's Guinness. But Guinness is already disgusting of a drink.
Beer is just disgusting in general.
Yeah, I've never got into beer.
I don't like beer.
Yeah.
I could do a beer.
Do you do beer now? I still don't like
beer.
it.
It might be cider, but I think it's a beer and a cider.
Yeah, maybe cider.
I could do a fruity cider, but like a beer, like a Guinness.
No,
like
a
not a Guinness.
Yeah. That's like what the real alcoholists drink.
I want to know what the thing is with Nigerians and Guinness as well. There's a strong affiliation
I don't know
there.
what I like it. I like
Is it good for iron or something?
Apparently they used to say that.
Yeah, my mum takes it. It's good for my iron, but I'm like...
I remember when I got older
iron tablets.
and I could finally start telling kids supermodels for adults, inject it. Because it's not for adults.
It's not.
It's just a normal drink.
I used to think
it was alcohol. I was always like, it's for adults. And I used to be like, it's for adults. And
Yeah, it's because it was in a bottle, so it felt so
grown.
grown.
I
love Supermalt, but I love
I'm
it.
a Supermalt girl.
I haven't had one in ages.
But Supermart's actually not that nice, but I think it's because I was restricted from it.
Do you reckon it's not nice? I love it.
I think they've taken sugar away from it. The last one I had wasn't as normal.
But there's different. It's like is it Supermalt and then there's another one.
There's Mighty Malt. There's Guinness
Mighty
Malt.
Malt is a bit sweeter.
Okay, I like Mighty Malt.
It's a bit sweeter than Super. Mighty Super.
Well, everything goes. Right, girls, do you want to help us with some dilemmas?
Yes.
Okay, we got a couple dilemmas, and I'm going to go ahead and read the first one. Lubricate up. Ooh. Hi, ladies. That's not what it's called. I was telling Mariam to lubricate up. Hi, ladies. Thank you for reading my email. Before I begin, I would like to say you are both amazing and I love what you've done with your creativity, creating this space. You are special to a lot of us, and I speak for us all when I say our weeks are not the same without you. May God continue to rain his blessings down on you too. Apologies, this is a bit long, but I wanted to provide as much info as possible. I've been with my husband for 12 years, married for 8. We have 3 beautiful children under the age of 5. We are both professionals and have no financial problems. Amen. My husband dotes on me. He's what you call a nice guy. He's nerdy, keeps to himself, does so much to keep his family and home ticking. He's never even given me any reason to doubt or to complain other than the usual he doesn't see mess, but we can work on that. The other night, we were sat on the sofa together and I posted a reel on Instagram and it caused my Instagram to freeze. 5 minutes later, it's still frozen, so I asked him if I could check to see if it had been posted. He gives me his phone, but he's starting to look a bit twitchy, which is so odd for him. So I go to search my name and notice on his Explore page, not his main feed, there are photos of women with their boobs out.
On Instagram, I didn't even know you could do that.
On their Explore page, apparently. By this point, he's so uncomfortable. I refuse to give him his phone back, and he says he doesn't know how they got there. I do a deep dive on his Instagram, and he hasn't been speaking to anyone, nor does he like, comment, or engage with these videos. He just watches them. When I saw his Instagram, that word spins me. It showed time spent on app was 2 to 3 hours per day. I know that many people don't view this as cheating, but I feel devastated by it. I'm a busy working mum, but when I'm on my own or driving into work, it comes back to me. He was very apologetic, and he has said that he will do anything to make it better, but how can I move on from this? If he wanted to watch something, we could have watched it together. We don't have much sex because we're, kids and have had a few operations due to labour complications. We are always tired as the kids don't sleep well. I just feel betrayed. How would you handle this? He's also devastated, by the way, and says he will spend the rest of his life making it up to me.
Not the rest of his life.
But I feel like the trust is broken. What do you ladies think? Is there a way to get through this for me? Can I get through it? I could have put my...
I'm laughing at Adeola because I know we're thinking the same thing.
I could have put my life on this guy not hurting me, but he has. The next guy that hurt me like this. This is how I want to be hurt.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I was thinking. This is the hurt people are feeling.
This is how I want to be hurt.
This is the hurt people.
Testament to the great relationship he's in.
Yeah,
like, your
100%.
relationship is so amazing that the hurt is that he's looking at.
So what does he do? So on the Explore page,
She just saw pictures of
because
women.
Instagram is very mild anyway. I didn't even know you could get pictures of people with their breasts out on Instagram.
Maybe
honestly.
bikini, sexy, glad.
But normally your explore page is kind of like the content you kind of take.
Yeah. But on Instagram you can't be nudity.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably cleavage and a bikini, like you know.
Oh my God, made these kind of problems find me.
I think.
I don't think. Yeah, go
as
on.
the guest.
Yeah, you go
as the guest.
Go first.
As a fiance.
Everyone's
So what she's feeling betrayed by the fact that I'm your woman, we are married, we've got kids, and your eyes is basically low-key turning. Like you're finding pleasures in something else when I should be your pleasures. That's what I'm thinking is going through her head. And I feel like some people have certain boundaries and certain things where it's big deal to them. And I think she's just one of them people where like looking at a picture on Instagram of boob is a lot for her. So personally for me, I think she's overreacting a little bit in the sense of, is she overreacting though?
But I think...
Can I just wait?
Okay,
no, the only reason I say, is she overreacting? I think because of how like social media's a bit blurred now, maybe to her she's thinking tits online and you watching it is a big deal. And it probably is a big deal. That's what it's a bit...
are valid.
But
if
it's
that's not the standard for their relationship.
Yeah, that's what I was
If
going
our
to say.
relationship is we don't do things like this, we're very like... Yeah, we're very straight-laced. We don't, and then this is a shock to be like, oh, wow, I didn't even expect you did this. And also, I think for her, the reason why she's so hurt is because it's saying a lot about what she already know they lack, which is sex.
And he hasn't.
She already knows that their sex life and their intimacy is lacking, right? And then she's thinking, oh shit, he must clock it too because he's looking for it elsewhere. She did say he doesn't engage, he doesn't like, he doesn't comment, so that's good.
Yeah,
but this is where he's getting his kicks.
And
I think that's what's upsetting her. The same with women who are really against their men, we're watching porn. They find it as cheating if a man watches porn.
I agree.
And it's mainly because you know that there was a lack here in your intimacy, in your relationship. You guys are not having as much sex. Your sex life is not that great. But also, I think it is like he also has needs, and this is his way of exploring that. But I get why this will be like, oh, this has really bothered me.
I think if they've had a conversation beforehand and it's like, that's betrayal because we've had a conversation, you said you don't really watch videos like that, so I'm very shocked. But I think if it's like, oh, we've actually never had a conversation about this and it's the first time, I think it should be something they can move on from. And she should be set her boundary now. And obviously it's highlighted the insecurity that she might have with the lack of sex, and they should put time in to working
I agree.
on it.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think it's...
How does she get over this?
Yeah, I just feel like
talking to him,
because I was
she
listening
has
to
to
that
be-
thinking,
she has to
oh
get over
damn, like maybe I've just heard and seen so much fuck shit that
Do you
to
know
me,
what I mean?
This just felt so light, and I almost felt like, oh my God, like you're kind of lucky. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you shouldn't compare it to other people.
Yeah.
Like, they've got this standard that they've set for themselves, and like again, I'm not going to invalidate her feelings. If she feels a way about it, she feels a way. And again, it's testament to the relationship that they've built. Do you know what I mean? That they don't have these like, they don't have no financial problems, and like you know.
And he wasn't defensive.
And he wasn't
I think
defensive.
that's
And he was apologetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's probably embarrassed. I think he's like just gone down a rabbit hole. He like, tits. So he didn't like it, but it's like it comes up now, and he's not going. I don't know if he's searching it, but it's come up on his For You page now. That's his content.
Yeah.
So I do feel like he's probably just in the moment, but the fact he hasn't actually physically done anything, and he's ready to work on it, and he's embarrassed by it. He's like, I got a bit excited, got carried away. And they've been in a relationship for a long time. I think that's the thing with marriages, like it's a long-term commitment. There's going to be periods where it is going to be difficult, 100%. And this is one of your difficult periods. So she has to, if she wants this to work, she has to get over it. She has to learn how to get over it.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
These are the kind of ups and downs,
exactly. Not you bringing another baby.
Yeah.
Mad things.
Yeah.
Talking about these little minor mishaps.
They need to realign again. Sexually, they need to realign again.
Like, there were some people that like, no, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Or there's some people that like, I think for me, I'm like, get your kicks up. I don't give a shit. Like
yeah, same. If that was me, I don't
if you're
think,
gonna, like,
I don't even think I would have been
picture,
addressing
yeah. But like, my line will be like, if you're like paying for OnlyFans or watching that, everyone has their line, right? This is their line in their relationship. And I think now that he knows that, he corrects it. It's like you actually have every right to be like, I don't want you to do this. And if that's a rule for you guys and he doesn't do it, and then
it's not big enough to flip up your whole life.
But I think if anything, work on you lot's intimacy issues and your sex issues, and then I think that would hopefully make him not want to do that more and make you more confident in that arena when you like lots of life. But you actually have every right to be like, yeah, this has hurt me. Let him make it up.
Yeah.
Let him make it up for him.
Let
him, and he's going to make it up and you guys will be okay, I think.
Yeah, they'll be absolutely fine. Okay, next dilemma. I'm a single mom of 2. I've been taking my 8-year-old son to the same barber for 5 years. I started to realise I had a crush on him. He added me on IG and we met up and shared a kiss, nothing more. Since then, he has pulled back, not texting back, basically ghosted me. My dilemma is he's a really good barber. He cuts a lot of the footballers' hairs, etc. and my son is used to him. Would you go back or find another barber?
I'd go back.
Yeah,
because of one kiss.
I would go back.
Yeah, and in fact, I'll go back to prove to him that I'm not burnt.
I'll go back looking sexy. Like,
Exactly.
Oh, how's your haircut, baby? Okay.
I'll go back with another man now, just for fun. Bring on my guy, let's go.
I'll go back. That kiss never happened. Nothing ever happened between us. I cut my kid's hair. Cool. Like, let's keep it moving, and that will be it.
Because the men are always saying it's so hard to find a good barber. So why the hell should you why should
just
your son's
change.
hairline be sacrificed because of one kiss? Like, I'm definitely going back.
I don't know what the football details got to do with it. Maybe you want us to know who the football
do you know what I mean? I think she's trying to drop a hint.
That he's a really good barber, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. But I just go back.
Yeah,
I'll literally go back like a normal customer, cut the hair and be going home. But if you're like, no, I'm really hurt by this, then maybe don't go back.
Yeah.
But if you can be casual with it
and
not bring it up and not act slingy.
I think that's why he ghosted. Probably in a relationship.
I couldn't do the ghosting phase, like that part of dating.
Ghosting someone or being ghosted?
No, being ghosted.
Being ghosted,
that whole phase of dating is just...
It's not nice, is it?
Yeah.
And I think, when you have a little bit of, what's that thing? I think it would trigger something in me that I don't think
I think
would
we
be
have the same
good.
thing. Yeah.
No.
I know exactly what you mean. Like the rejection thing will trigger with me will not be good.
I don't.
Yeah.
It would. I don't.
Because I don't mind you ending things with me.
Right.
Yeah. Just tell me to be
Just
like, hey,
tell me.
blah, blah. But just to not say nothing. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's kind of cowardly as well.
I think it's cowardly.
Yeah.
But also, I think he probably just took it something really casual. Yeah, I don't know where this kiss was shared. I don't know. Like it wasn't a mention of a date.
Yeah.
So it seems like you
maybe
just
he
saw
didn't
him out
actually
and
like the kiss.
Yeah, maybe it just wasn't on it. It was like, okay, that wasn't that. Yeah, whatever. And it's just take your kid back.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like with
Meet the
guys, like
footballers.
you can't get too excited too soon. You have to nowadays just
really
see it as it was all right.
Yeah,
we chat, we
literally.
don't, we don't.
Yeah. Your kid likes the barber. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah. Right, next dilemma. Hey, Tolly and Audrey. I started listening to the pod last year and I have to say your laughter seems so genuine and your conversations are the true girl chit chat I need to get through the week. Thank you for all that you do. Now to my dilemma. Apologies is a bit long. I write this on the house of a man who I swore wasn't my type. He bought me a ticket and asked me to come for the weekend and I did. Anyway, the issue here is said man is 42 years old. He was on a business trip to my city when we met and he doesn't look his age at all. I truly believe I was hatfished because the only thing that could have given his age away is that he has a few grey strays. When I met him, I expected a mad head shape. When I met him, I was going through a very hard breakup and trusting was hard. I communicated these to him and he said he understood and was going to be patient. These reasons are why I didn't give it too much thought at the beginning because I thought he'd eventually get tired and leave me alone. But ladies, I've known him for 3 months now and he's been kind, patient, generous, very Christian and loving. We have not had anything, and I mean anything physical, and he says he wants to keep it that way and the next person he wants to have sex with is his wife. This sounds like a dream, especially after my last relationship. But I'm 24 and I'm not sure I believe in the extreme age gap relationship. He also has the mannerisms of a 42-year-old man. This is not ageism, I promise. LOL. There are just things he can't relate to because he's a 42-year-old man. Because he's a serious, unplugged person. I also don't think I could see him as a best friend and there's something I value in his relationship. We have general banter, but I think I have a mental block. I've been honest about where my head is at with this guy and he says it's fine and he just wants to see if this can be something we can work out. I don't know if it makes me a bad person to still keep talking to him and taking his gifts and gestures when I'm unsure, even though I've been honest about my feelings. He says he's not pressuring me to do anything I don't want to and he's willing to go out on my pace. So what do? Do I keep talking to him or see if things can improve on my end or do I just stop? Thank you for reading my dilemma. Thank you for spreading warmth throughout this amazing community.
Well. I'm gonna start with that one.
I would never not accept anyone doing anything nice for me.
Absolutely fair.
Especially if I've been honest with my feelings, so it's not like I'm deceiving and he's really openly happy to do things for me. And I'm a single young woman at 24. I think that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think if you're honest with your feelings, what else can you do?
What do you think about the age gap?
Oh yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Yeah, it's just
42 and 24 is
I don't see, and it's like you can't force yourself to like someone. Like someone could be okay on paper. I guess he's all of these things, but there's also a lot of boxes he's not ticking, and you can't force that.
And one thing you don't get back is your youth.
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea of young girls, because you have to. Sorry, excuse me. You have to kind of adultify yourself a little bit if you're going to be in an age gap relationship that wide. He's going to want different things in life, and I feel like the things that she was saying, it's very forced. Like, you don't see him as your best friend. You can't talk to him about things. You're there coming in talking about Cardi and Nicki, and he's like, who? Like, he doesn't know what the hell you're on about. I just think you want to be able to like talk to your partner, and I don't know, there's something off about him, like not being forceful, but like being quite like persistent about this relationship with a 24-year-old. And I think even to young girls, I always say, like, guys that are dating that significantly younger are red flags.
Because you can't get a woman your age. They're clocking that you're not ready.
It's given, to me personally, back to that, it's given a bit sugar daddy relationship, because I just feel like you're 40, you're 42, she's like 24. That's a big age gap, and she said she doesn't want you, but you're still sharing her with gifts. And I feel like at the end of the day, she's a young babe, so
I wouldn't see him though.
But that's why I feel like she should also a bit like, I feel like when you start accepting, I think here and there, but I think it will just take you down a rabbit hole a bit, and I feel like that's when it will get more aggressive. She can cut it now.
You're going to his house. You're
going
to go see him. You're going to If it was just like, I'm just accepting his gifts, I told him I don't want him. But you don't need to go physically go see him. You need to be around him, because and also that's not fair on him. If we're actually honest, and you
even though he's an agbayer,
he's not a bad person. He's a nice man. Whatever. But just be like, no, because I think what he's thinking is like he's waiting it out. He's thinking eventually you'll change your mind.
And he's still showering her with gifts. She'll eventually like let her guard down.
And by seeing him and going to go meet up with him, I do think there is something a bit unkind about that, especially if you know.
And if he genuinely wants that kind of like pen pal friendship, he will be happy with this how it is now and keep it going. That's what he really wants.
I think actually cut it off. I think you're actually wasting your time. Just cut it off.
The way she was trying to force it, like, there's nothing about this man that you're interested in,
other than the gift.
Do you know what I mean?
Say that if you want it. Don't feel bad.
Which is absolutely fair. I agree. Like, accept the gifts, so long as you're not giving him mixed signals, and that's on him. I think he wants to keep doing it, but. Yeah, I just find men like that weird.
Same.
Because he wants to be able to flex, say he's got a 24-year-old, but it's not a flex for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
not embarrassing
for her
a little bit.
He's an uncle, keep it moving. Okay. Next dilemma.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hi, girls.
Hello.
I cannot believe I'm emailing in. I've been listening to the podcast since I was 16. Now I'm 24 and grown. I feel like you two have been my older sisters and guided me through life in my formative years. And I want to say a massive thank you for being the light you guys are. As a fellow Dagenham girl, you guys feel like home wherever I am. Oh, that's lovely. So my dilemma is a unique one. Where I grew up in East London is relatively multicultural. I've always been surrounded by brown and black people, and I had my fair share of cultural diversity. For university, I moved to a white area. To be honest, this was because I naively at 18 didn't think of race as a factor for moving, but it happened. I managed to get by and made one particular friend. Let's call her Mary. Mary and I got along really well and became really close friends. She was a great friend to me when my mental health wasn't doing well. She was so supportive of me. Eventually, a friendship group grew around us, and 5 of us girls lived together for a few years. Once we started living together as a group, I noticed some problems. Both Mary and I are curvy girls. I'm a size 14. She's probably the same, and we both know we're hot. But as this is the case with being a young woman, we can still be insecure. We used to have discussions about how we felt insecure being curvy sometimes, and often it was just to vent our frustrations with society. This is where I noticed the first crack. I tried to explain to Mary how society holds women of colour to a higher standard of beauty. I am South Asian, and I've often felt that people have been harsh towards my physical features and always been compared to my white counterparts. I no longer give a damn about my Eurocentric beauty standard, by the way, and I've since learnt to reject the racist thoughts. When trying to explain to Mary that I felt that way sometimes, she gaslit me and said it's not true. Mary is a white woman from a very posh white area in England. She tried to tell me that racial bias in beauty does not exist because she does not see colour and she's never noticed it.
And everything you think Mary is white.
Yeah, exactly. To which I explained, I'm trying to tell her my experience, but she brushed it off. At the time, this made me uncomfortable, but to be fair, she wasn't being blatantly racist, so I brushed it off. Maybe a year later, I heard from a friend that Mary was uncomfortable that I was close with another girl. Let's call her Heather. Heather is also South Asian. We were talking about our favourite Bollywood films and music growing up. This supposedly made Mary very uncomfortable, and she stated to someone else that we were leaving her out. At the time, I was angry. It felt like an attack because why should I stop talking about who I am just because it's not English and centred around her? However, I never said anything because we all lived together and I didn't want to make my living situation awkward. I've now moved out and I'm back in East London, and it was my birthday recently, so I got all the girls together for a dinner. There was a lot of us, so I didn't get to chat to Mary much. However, she was sat near my sister who told me the tea.
Ooh.
Mary spoke about how she was seeing a guy, and on the second time sleeping with him, he admitted that he voted reform and that he didn't like immigrants. Come to find out, despite this knowledge, she met with him again.
Damn.
She didn't tell me this information on my birthday. I know that's right. And I'm not sure she'd tell me because she knows I'd probably kick off. But something about this situation makes me uncomfortable. Is my friend a racist? Surely if you wanted to hook up with somebody, there's many people to do so with that aren't confirmed racists. What do I do? I've been hesitant to end the friendship because we're all a tight-knit group and I don't want to be seen as an antagonist. However, I also don't want to be around racists. Do you think I'm valid in feeling uncomfortable in this situation? What would you do if you were in this situation? Thanks so much, girls. Love you a million, and a loyal listener.
Oh, that's a ride or die.
Yeah.
Why does she
Kind of techie.
tell us, your sister, that?
She's trying to send a
Like,
message.
even if the guy told you the information that he voted reform,
Yeah.
I'd feel shame. I wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell anyone to be like, oh my God, I'm sleeping with this guy.
Yeah.
Did he tell Mary that, or he told his sister?
Told that Mary's the main girl, isn't it? No,
Yeah,
Mary's
the
friend.
one that slept with him.
Yeah.
Mary's,
So
she
the
told
guy-
the sister.
So the guy Mary was sleeping with told her he voted reform, and then Mary told
the sister.
her
At
sister.
her sister
birthday
at her birthday. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is why I don't understand why Mary relayed that information.
Yeah.
If that's
Oh,
something you're
yeah.
doing,
It's like she's proud of it. Like,
yeah, like you should feel, oh my God, that's a bit weird and icky.
Because even if you met a new guy, I'm not going to be like, oh, I met this guy and he voted.
And he voted this.
Labour.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
weird
it's
thing
weird.
to tell
and I
someone.
don't, you know how she's writing and saying how like she says something. I feel like if you when you are the minority, you know yourself like when something's off. You don't just, some people might do, but you just don't make that up in your head. She feels validated, like this doesn't feel right, so she should say something, because that's what happens when you keep brushing things underneath the rug. They think they can keep doing it, and I think it will be good for her to address her friends as well.
Yeah. Look, my point is, and I've said this many a times, white women will always choose their whiteness above everything else because it is their privilege. And we see it in years. We see it with the crack epidemic. We've seen it when people vote. They will always pick what benefits them because that's what's going to be their privilege. So if there's a world of what's going to make me safe, they're going to pick their whiteness. They're not going to pick their womanhood. They're not going to pick your friendship. Like it is a thing that I think you learn as a woman of color who's friends with white women. And sometimes they're not even doing it in a wicked or evil way sort of thing. It's just them picking their whiteness because that is the privilege that they get to pick every single time. In fact, they pick it before their womanness. That's why you see in America, white women will vote against abortion because they'll pick their whiteness and think it against their womanness. So I think that is something that is worth considering. I think it is weird that she said, the guy I'm sleeping with voted reform. I just wouldn't, because I would be too embarrassed to tell anybody that.
But that's how I think she was proud
So I
proud
think in
of
her
it.
saying it, I think there was something that she wants you to know about.
Yeah.
Like it's either like she either really likes this guy, go seriously, or she like she kind of sees his views. She kind of like, you know what, I kind of see where he's coming from. Like I understand his views, and there's something that she's trying to do, some version of a soft landing. To be like, and hey, maybe sometimes your friends' politics are going to change over the years, and you have to be like, this is not right for me. You've already said things. I think for me, before we even got this far, to say that my feelings are not valid, would already been like, there's no point in having this close friendship.
And then
anyway.
even when she said that she does, because she doesn't see it or she doesn't believe
doesn't
it.
see colour.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought, okay, this is someone that doesn't get it.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
And you're not
actually get it.
open-minded to knowing about my experiences.
And there's people like that though. Like I think I feel like she's friends with her, but it's to say like, oh, I'm not racist. I have this friend, but she's the kind of friend that will say the slide digs, and you're out there uncomfortable. Like you're my friend, but do you know that this kind of is a bit racist?
Yeah.
So I think she's one of those kind of friends that, my friends, of colour. I got black friends.
I would absolutely say to her to be like, hey, like my sister said about the guy that you're sleeping, that's weird. And I'll see her reaction.
Reform is strong, like it's not even conservative.
Yeah, like,
reform is that's very,
get them out of
that's
here.
very strong. That means that essentially you're anti-me.
Do
you know what I mean? And I think that's a problem. I can't be friends with someone that is anti-me or someone that co-signs someone that is anti-me.
I just don't know why you said it.
I think she's trying to, it's almost like a pipeline to introducing this person.
That's what I was going to say.
She clearly likes the guy. And she's trying to give them a heads up, like, by the way, if he says anything mad, this is the reason why. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm doing too much, but just because I can't think of
why would you say that?
Do you know, she's planning on keeping this guy around, which is why she felt the need to tell her Asian friends, like, by the way. But that's a mad thing to say.
But that's weird to even want to be, to publicly and happily. You got friends that are of colour, and
but
your partner.
she doesn't see colour.
Yeah, but that's what when people say that, I think. You can't be ignorant to the truth. Like this is what.
But also,
this
you
is.
can't be reform and not see colour.
Yeah,
you do.
You
literally do.
Because that's their main talking point. That is their main talking point that they lead with. So it's like you can't even turn around and say, I'm voting reform because I believe in their policies on the NHS. What the fuck are their policies on the NHS? Like it's all this stuff about immigration, which we all know is loaded, racist, and coded. So I find it very weird. But also, I just think that they're not aligned in terms of like who they are as individuals, and you're clearly not the kind of person that can be in a friendship where you can just kind of plod along. Like clearly, like social issues matter to you. They're clearly important.
Especially if she's a tight friend.
Exactly. So I can't be friends with someone who our politics do not align in any way, shape or form. So I think that's just something to consider anyway.
And you can see it in how she picks her whiteness above the thing. Because when they're talking about both being curvy, cool, we're both curvy. Oh no. But when she's like, it's different for me because I'm Asian and curvy. She's like, oh no, actually, that's not true. Because it's like, no. Like, I can only face the issues that I'm facing. I can't see outside to see why it's different, which is why I say this woman is always going to pick her whiteness. Even when it comes to picking her partners, she's okay to be with someone that voted reform because it still doesn't bother.
Because I'm not sitting here saying that you've got to date an Asian guy as well, but just don't date a racist person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're dating a whole racist.
I'll definitely ask her, oh my God, my sister said this is weird. And then I'll see the reaction. And then from the conversation, I will see, because I don't understand why, because I can't even like telling my friend, I said to this guy, he voted Labour. Like I said, it's not
something you talk about at a birthday dinner.
What's his name?
So for you to say it, you know it's bad.
Yeah, she does.
You know it's bad.
She's trying to drop a little seed.
Sometimes like people, try and see, and I think that's why sometimes you do need to just put boundaries in place at the time, like make people feel a bit uncomfortable. Like what you're saying is mad. Otherwise, the next time she's just gonna say something just wild. And also, that guy thinks you're one of him because for him to tell you that. Because I feel like the people should be
during sex as well. That's such an intimate thing. Was it during sex?
I mean, it was their second hookup and they had sex. So
hookup.
That's someone that feels a bit like, you're like, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
you shouldn't feel safe
conversations.
To tell me that.
That make him feel comfortable for that.
So there's that. But that's my things. But that's it for the dilemmas.
Oh no!
And that's it for the show. Thank you girls so much. Did you have a good time? Did you want more dilemmas?
Yeah.
You look so disappointed. We'll get another dilemma in.
Let's do a bonus one.
You look truly disappointed.
Nice and varied.
You chat amongst ourselves
so nice
doing it.
No, I think that's a very weird thing to do.
I can't imagine being like, hey guys.
Yeah, man.
It's just not a headline. What is the headline when you're telling a friend about a guy? What are your headlines? What do you lead with?
Ooh.
So babe.
Babe.
I think it's how he makes me feel and what he does. How he makes me feel like I really like him.
I'm trying to think. Hi, babe. Babe, I think I found that of my life.
Yeah. That's how you're like.
Babe.
Not he votes reform.
Yeah. I think I'll talk about his job. I'll be like what he does for work. I'll be like, he's very handsome. He's good with his family. I think I'll talk about those. What he does for work, family, and his attractiveness. That will be like
what you would say.
Yeah.
We'd lead him with that before we talk about his politics.
Yeah, and then we'll go into, because I wouldn't know that much.
Not after 2 days. Like, no, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it will be like what he looks like, what he does for work, and how I feel about him.
Like,
I really like him. He's really
and if
nice.
he's attentive,
exactly, all of those sort of things. That's where we will go from. Anything else, I think it's a bit weird. But people are a bit weird.
Would it affect your friendship if you've got a close friend with someone and then they get a partner that you just don't really agree with, or would you just cut their partner out?
It depends on
if it's the only thing. It
depends on what they've done. It depends on what they've done. Like if I feel like you're in a situation where your safety's in jeopardy.
No, they've just got political views.
Oh, just political views. But my friend's partner's got weird.
Yeah.
My friend's partner's got off-key political views.
But everything else is fine.
But everything else is fine.
Everything else is actually
Do you
really
know
nice
what?
guy.
That's between her. That's up to her.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would drop my friend out.
I think the reform thing would be a big problem for me.
Yeah, that's a bit
As in,
mad
like, would
though.
it always be like, are you and your partners invited, or would it be like,
Your man's not coming. Yeah.
And also it depends, because you know some people have some off-key views, right? Like I probably have friends who have dated men who are homophobic, let's say. Don't bring that to when you come to my house. Like, as in, like, but there's some
Leave it
people
at
that
the
feel
door.
that way, and you just don't know. But some people, any conversations, that's what I
they
mean.
can't-
About
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
They can't wait to bring it
Because
up,
I feel like if it's someone that's you're spreading hate and you're bringing it up,
Yeah.
that's much. If I know those are your views, you're nice to everyone, but you don't. But that's your view.
Yeah.
What can I say? Like,
Eventually, I
I'm
have to
not-
stop bringing this man
Yeah.
around. Do you know them
Yeah.
little, women that date like hoteps and they've all got conspiracy theories and they're like,
Yeah,
oh, that's how the
yeah,
government.
yeah.
Eventually,
Oh,
like, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
Please,
coming.
not
You're
this
actually
is the
spoiling the
party,
party.
man.
Your man.
Yeah. He's spoiling the party
leave that
now.
at the door.
Yeah. Because some people that have their mad views, but you don't know. I'm not saying that's good, but like at least you don't.
You don't.
know.
Yeah. You just
But
don't
any
know.
excuse, they'll be like, and that's
Self-awareness.
how they're doing
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
gays are ruining our kids. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
please get this information out of my house and get out of my
no,
face. I think it will be that. All right, next and last dilemma.
Next and
Yes.
last.
Okay. Hi, Tolly and Audrey. First of all, as tradition, I want to give you your flowers. I've been a long-time listener since the podcast was awesome, and I'm so happy to see your success. May you continue to be blessed with more success, more joy, more peace, more money, more love, and more of everything your heart desires with the grace of God. Amen.
Amen.
P.S. I saw you both at Usher concert earlier this year. I was too shy to come and say hi, but I just wanted to say you both look stunning in
I was
real
wearing
life.
heels like a duke.
Thank you. Now to my dilemma. I'm a 33-year-old African woman who's never been in a serious relationship. For context, in my 20s, I had very severe eczema, which completely shattered my confidence. Some days it was hard to even look at myself in the mirror, so I wasn't in the headspace to date at the time. Now that I'm better, I've had some interest from men, but I haven't felt compatible with them. I wouldn't say I'm ugly, but I also wouldn't call myself a baddie. I'm quite introverted, so I don't go out much, but I'm trying to change that by joining different social groups to meet people. I'm also on dating apps, but honestly, I don't know why I'm there. It feels like hell. I've been intimate with men and done friends with benefits things, but it's not for me. The question is, should I disclose that I've never been in a serious relationship? I know people often say the right person won't mind, and that may be true, but I also believe people can be quick to judge and sometimes shallow. On first dates, when I've been asked about my last relationship, I usually just say around 2 years ago because it feels easier. Some guys have been shocked by my answer, but I also wonder if I did get serious with a man, would I feel comfortable knowing I wasn't honest about my past? I'm currently single, but I think about the scenario often and what would I do? So girls, tell me, what would you do? Sorry if this is long, and thanks for reading. I don't know if I'll tell off the bat, you know, because I think men will take advantage of it. I don't even believe, I tell women not to tell men that someone's cheated on you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes men ask some questions to see what you can take.
Yeah, the cheating one.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, my ex cheated on me 5 times and I stayed and you did, and they're like, oh, very good.
Me, I don't see the benefit. I don't see how that is going to impact anything we've got going moving forward.
Yeah.
Off
You know
the
what I
bat,
mean?
no.
If these things are on a need to know basis, he does not need to know that. Like,
Yeah.
how
But
is that
maybe he wants to
relevant?
know when your last one was, because if you've just come out of a situation.
That's a point.
I mean, that's fair, and I feel like what she said was perfect.
Yeah, like
around
about
2
2
years
years
ago,
ago.
keep it moving. But for me to divulge the inner workings of like,
I've never been in a serious
No,
relationship.
yeah,
I've only
yeah,
done this.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because, like Tolly's saying, they're probably going to weaponize it
against
against
you.
you.
Yeah,
Like, what difference does it make? It makes no difference what we're doing
Yeah.
now. We like each
If
other.
anything,
we're-
you can
we're
relate back
vibing.
to your last situationship. He doesn't need to know.
to know.
Yeah, that it
oh, the
wasn't a
last
relationship,
time,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, or at least let trust be built. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have transparency in relationships, but I feel like stuff like that is earned. I feel like off the bat, too many times us women, we want to give everything. Like,
Vulnerable
and it's like, no,
moments.
we have to earn that stuff. Like, it's like eventually, if you want to get into, oh, you know, this is my history and blah blah blah, when you're having a deep conversation, when you trust the person, but someone you're just meeting does not need to know that
100%.
information.
And I feel like we've got, like you said, they take advantage because then he can just be like, oh, I don't need to wife her
Yeah,
early.
exactly.
I can
Yeah,
play
yeah,
around.
no
to
one
her.
else has.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So you have to kind of
100%.
protect
Yep.
yourself.
Yeah.
How you show up for yourself, how you was, how they see you.
Yeah.
So if you're eager and you're so
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly.
I
And then
wouldn't
on
say-
top of it, they'll just be like, they start saying things like, no, but why did no man take her seriously then?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They will flip it on
I
its
think
head
you're
and
the
make you the
problem.
bad guy for something so innocent and harmless. So, no, let people earn that side of
And
you.
also, some men are actually mad and be using your like vulnerable moments against you
Exactly.
later
Yeah,
on.
that's
and you're
true.
just like,
This is
oh,
why
do
you
you know
could
what? I
get
wish
them
I kept my
out.
mouth
Yeah.
shut.
I
Yeah,
should have told you
no,
that sort of
sure.
thing. I wouldn't say anything until it's
No.
right to.
Trust
Yeah.
is built.
Yeah.
Trust is built.
And what are they giving you? 'Cause
And
these
also,
times they're like,
what
yeah,
does that
defended.
change about anything? What
Exactly.
does that mean for the price of
One
rice? Whatever the
iota
saying is,
difference.
it doesn't make a difference to anything think we're doing here?
Absolutely zero.
Because do you want to get a CV from them? Do you want to feedback from them? What does it matter?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't be telling.
And also, don't let it occupy your mind too much. Just,
Yeah.
you're overthinking it.
It's really
Live your
not
life.
that
It's not that deep at all. And people just ask it for conversation's sake.
Yeah.
It's not because they care that deeply about your
Yeah.
last relationships. They just ask because it's about what you're meant to ask on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my God, I just find out crazy that she's overthinking that.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think it's because it's probably an insecurity for her.
her.
So
Yeah.
it's so big in her head. But,
Yeah.
in
But that's what I
reality-
mean. Is that's like for someone that wouldn't think about that in that
Yeah.
sense, that's like, wow, this is such a big deal.
Yeah, I think
for
because
her.
for her, she's thinking, why haven't I been? It's probably something
Yeah.
she asks herself, and it's got a bit about
And I think
herself.
she's
Yeah,
trying to
she's
mentally
actually-
prepare herself for when it comes. So she's being optimistic about
Yeah.
when the time does come and how should she maneuver in the situation when it arises. But
It's not a thing, babe.
it's not a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
It's not a
it's
thing at
absolutely
all.
not a
Don't
thing.
think it.
They don't deserve an explanation.
Not
It's
at all.
absolutely fine. But yeah,
Exactly.
Where are we keeping Strumboy? Obviously not anymore, but you know.
it's not everything that they need to know.
I don't say did
When
we?
the time comes, you find out. When
Exactly.
if it
My lessons
doesn't,
the hard way.
then
Okay? About doing too much.
yeah, you don't. Like you don't need to. And the thing is, they get you with them deep late night talks, and they're like, "Oh, so
Yeah,
what
that's what
happened?"
I got.
then?
Yeah.
They're telling about, "Oh, and then he cheated him, and then I took back." So they're thinking, "Oh, so you go back?" Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Very very good.
This
Yeah,
one's a
all of that.
fool.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Very very good.
Yeah, more. Okay.
Late at night. They're taking notes.
Love that.
on your
Yeah,
ass.
no. You
Yeah,
two
no.
play the game and keep
Exactly.
your cards close to your chest sometimes as well.
Exactly.
Is what I would say. But yeah, that's it, girlies. You got any announcements? Any notes? Where can they see you? Where can they listen to you girls?
Well, you can find us every Monday at 5 p.m. on the Deep It Podcast YouTube.
And on audio sound as well. That's Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. We're there.
And on our own personal accounts, Adeola Patrona everywhere.
And mine is It's Mariam Musa. You'll figure out the others.
I wanted to ask you actually. Sorry, I didn't get to it earlier. I wanted to ask you about the what's that show that you watch?
Pop the balloon.
Pop the
Pop the
balloon.
Balloon. Yeah, you used to do it. You used to enjoy it.
Oh,
How's
yeah,
it
you're
going?
I'm shooting on Sunday.
Amazing.
Another season Sunday. Yeah, I
And
enjoy it.
you've
It's
been
fun.
the show's been
Yeah,
nominated.
there's this like a creators awards.
Yeah.
And it's just nominated us, so we're really excited. So yeah, vote if you guys want to vote.
Congratulations.
Yes,
for
the
Pop the
Mariam
Balloon.
host
I
Pop
love
the Balloon
Pop the
UK.
Balloon.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's a fun time.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I love
Yeah.
it. And these fun outfits. Sorry, I just probably seemed like not that excited. Yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah, that is Audrey's favourite show, as you guys know.
I love it. It's so bad to the point where like if a Nai's in the back and she'll be like single ladies.
Oh
like, she
my
says it,
God.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm
Do you
like,
watch all the
this
other
is-
country ones?
I
Or
watch
do you just...
all of them. I stopped watching the Nigerian one because
Why?
it was a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
Because no one comes there to find love. They
No,
just
they
come
don't.
there to cuss each other.
That's the
Yeah.
one thing I will say. I feel like genuinely, like I want people to actually come there genuinely looking for love. But I
Yeah.
think because how the show is, sometimes you do get people that want their viral moment,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
annoys me because I'm just thinking, oh come on, like. People genuinely want to see
Yeah.
this, and I just wish like the UK just needs a bit more people willing to like
To
do
do
it.
it,
Because
yeah.
Americans don't give. That's why things in
Yeah.
America they actually always commit. But yeah,
they
it's doing
proper
well
do.
though.
Yeah, no, it's great though. I love it. I love it.
All right, well, I've been your girl, Tony T.
Just call me Audrey.
And
I don't know. I was going to say Deep or Adeola, but I've been Adeola.
I'm in Mariam Musa, and we're from the Deeper Pod.
hey, that was perfect. Thank you, guys.